Hop aboard the hype rocket to Planet Awesome Sauce.
I may not be the world's greatest lover, but 17th place isn't half bad.
It's Madamus of the Back Library, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator, streaming throughout every week. Retro and modern game stream, watch and fail, yapping stream. He'll call you pretty. Cozy reading stream, because he loves you. Karaoke stream, prepare your ear holes. Bonus gorilla stream, watch them for Harambe. If you don't watch live, Chibi Madamus will cry. Is that not enough? If you don't watch live, this kitten could explode.
Don't blame me, I did not authorize any of this.
New schedule posted weekly on X and YouTube. Go read it. All streams scheduled in Eastern Time. God's favorite time zone. Always streaming horizontal, never vertical. Just the way you like it. Follow, subscribe, like, watch, do the things, have the fun.
I don't know what that last part even means.
Madamus of the Back Library.
Greetings, brohams, what the dillio? Welcome to the Back Library. I am Madamus, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator. Hail to the chat. Welcome in Silas Gurley. Welcome in Moo. Welcome in Judd. Anyone else who is currently watching, welcome in. If you are lurking, welcome in. If you are VOD watching, thank you for watching the VOD. Please consider a comment on the VOD. It does help with the algorithm. Notification bell, like, subscribe. Follow on X. All I get are bots on X. Follow on X. Do the Twitter. We want to call it Twitter. I don't want to call it X. Do the things, have the fun, win the game, etc. and so forth. Happy Thursday, everyone. Week's almost over. TB Delaval. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah. What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. Man, I'm losing my mind. But welcome in. Welcome in. So, yeah, it's Thursday. That's right. We're over halfway through the week. We got an extra stream tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we are going to be starting. What were we starting? Oh my gosh, my brain is not braining. Chat. Something's wrong with me. Opening up the schedule. Okay, so tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We're starting earlier. We are going to be starting Jill of the Jungle, our first floppy disk Friday stream. Looking forward to trying that out, seeing if it goes over. If it does, great. If it doesn't, then we'll just go back to normal rotation. That's cool. But tonight we are doing King's Quest VI. Air today, gone tomorrow. Yeah. I have not been, you know, I feel like every stream anymore, I start off saying I have not been getting enough sleep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Tibby. I am looking forward to it. I keep wanting to do an earlier stream. So I keep thinking, I used to do some afternoon streams. But afternoons for me are just a dead zone, unfortunately. You're not a young man anymore. Ouch, knife through the heart, Silas Gurley. No, I haven't been getting enough sleep. In fact, last night, after I finished streaming and then I was working on finishing my badges up, oh man, you should, it's 3 a.m. for me. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Make sure you're getting enough rest as well, please. That sounds like me. Yeah. Last night, so about 4 a.m., which was about the time I crashed, I quite literally did crash. I was going to pick up a couple things. I spread out on my bed for like, I thought it would be 5 minutes, and I passed out. Yes, get some sleep too, Tibby. Please, please, please. But yeah. So I was just spreading out on my bed for, I thought, 5 minutes, and I crashed, woke up a couple hours later, lights still on, everything else, and then I could not fall back to sleep. So We got a few hours in, I guess. I'm an avid VOD watcher. This is my first time live. Thank you so much for VOD watching. I really, really appreciate that. I love it when I find out people are VOD watching. That you really have made my day. Well, my night, day, night. I mean, my Thursday. Week, something. Welcome in, Ivan saying, welcome in. What is King's Quest 6? King's Quest 6 is the sequel to King's Quest 5. King's Quest was a point-and-click adventure series, sort of like Monkey Island. It was Sierra's big brand. And it ran... Kimmy, welcome in, Ooh, oh dear, yeah. Hey, well, I gotta thank you for that. You're the one who put in the time code for it. Love your work, man. Just always too late for me. I understand that. Hey, I really appreciate it. And like I said, we're gonna try to start doing some streams earlier in the day. So hopefully, I want to keep playing with the schedule. So, playing with the schedule and hoping that, hoping we can expand the audience a little bit. I hope. I don't know. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, Ivan, and anyone else who's wondering, King's Quest was. Yes, give it a try. I will do that. Tomorrow night's is a little earlier, not much, but we'll see. I'll see what I can cook up for the coming week. Do we shout out their main channel? Please do. In fact, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do something else while my brain is braining. Let me go ahead and... where's the button here? Let me go ahead and give you super powers. I always like to, as much as I can, give fellow VTubers potential mutuals. I like to give you you moderator status, just so that you're highlighted at the very least, so people can see that you are you, etc., so forth. I say etc. way too much. Yeah. Of course, not a problem. Yes, Luciano, welcome in. So what was I saying? So King's Quest was Sierra. Back when Sierra was their own company, before they got bought and sold, and whatever they are now, I think they're owned by Activision. Sierra was a big player in PC gaming. And King's Quest was their big franchise. Thank you for the shout out. You're all so sweet here. Oh, absolutely. Not a problem. Daylin, welcome in, etc. Yeah. I gotta start working the ... in more. Of course, I could say ellipsis and no one would know what the heck I was talking about. But, well, some people would. Some people would get it. Yeah. So King's Quest was Sierra's heavy hitter point-and-click franchise. Up until King's Quest 8, when they tried to do more of an RPG game, and it all went off the rails. And King's Quest 8, Mask of Eternity, it's not just that it went off the rails because they experimented and tried to do an RPG game. It's because the game's almost unplayable. It hates every piece of hardware. Even if you had the perfect PC back in, I guess, 2000, 1998, somewhere in there, good luck running it. If you're trying to run it today on modern hardware, good luck running it. Thankfully, King's Quest 6 does not have that issue. King's Quest 6 runs through Scum VM, and it plays pitch perfect right down to the Roland music emulation. What else do we need to mention before we get into the game, though? Some of you may be noticing that we don't have the chat ranking, or at least I'm not seeing it. I think the chat ranking only starts functioning if that's what if you want to start earning XP and whatnot, doing the things everyone's doing on all the other channels. I think it's based on monetization, since I have not opened up my memberships. Judd, welcome in again. Well, again, because I said earlier, because I saw your message earlier, but then you just... Yeah, welcome in. I can't think. My brain isn't braining. But I think because I have not turned on memberships or super chats, it isn't working yet with my channel. So my guess, chat, is once we open up those memberships, in the coming weeks, that'll be there. So hopefully chat likes that. If y'all don't like it, then once YouTube gives me the opportunity to turn it off, I will do so. What else was I going to mention? Speaking of memberships, I have made a partial list of membership goals. I have written a new hype ad for the membership stream exclusively, similar to the current, the hype rocket is back in orbit, or whichever one that is. I don't know, too many hype things. But I've written a new one. I've recorded the audio for it. It's just a matter of piecing it all together and seeing if it works. I think I accidentally deleted my raw audio again from the last one, which sucks because I keep telling myself I'll hold on to the raw audio so I could just cut and paste things as needs be. And that doesn't seem to be an option. Also, some of you may have seen my poll on the Twitter and on the YouTube community page. I was asking about opening some VHS and PC game gift sets as far as a hand cam. I mean, it was runaway. Everyone said yes. Everyone either said yes, it's a bad idea, do it anyway, or yes, that's wonderful, do it. So we'll be doing that. I've been ordering a lot of crap off eBay for that purpose. I haven't been overdoing it. I'm not overextending myself, but I've been ordering some VHS and PC box sets and whatnot to open. Ones that are affordable, though, I gotta emphasize that, because some of the ones that I expected to be cheap, they are not. What was one of the ones that really caught me off guard? There's one that caught me completely off guard. Some of the Disney ones have been really cheap, and that surprised the heck out of me. Star Wars ones are sort of hit and miss, even though there's plenty Star Wars to go around. They seem to hold their value as far as factory sealed ones. There was something that really surprised me, though. That was, Godzilla. That's the one that really surprised me. So Godzilla on VHS. Again, I'm not a boomer. Godzilla on VHS used to be a dime a dozen. No one wanted it, hardly. There were certain people, a lot of it was extended play. There were box sets everywhere. Most of them, classic Godzilla on VHS was super, super cheap. Godzilla on VHS, it ain't cheap no more. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if all the excess ones wound up landfilled, and so now we're just limited, or what. Open the cheapest ones. Oh, don't worry, Kimmy. Pretty much everything I've picked up is... Everything that I've picked up is within an affordable price range. The most expensive, I'll say the most expensive ones are ones I want to open anyway. They're ones that I wanted to open anyway and, check out the insides for myself. So yeah. There's probably only a couple that ordinarily I would have left sealed, but they're cheap. Why not? Let's have fun with it. I mean, it's like toys and packages. It's one of those things I always have thought about people collecting action figures. It's cool, but when you think about it, it was meant to be out of that package. I get it, because I used to collect stuff like that. I've still got a few sealed things that are sitting around. But yeah. Question, did you never miss something but change your mind because you remember why you like it? Did you ever miss a... oh yeah, sounds like fun to watch. I hope it will be. I hope it will be, Tibby. I really, really, really hope it will be. And if not, then it'll be a one-off. So, yeah. What was that? Okay, question, did you ever change your mind because you remember why you like it? I'm not sure. Did I ever change my mind? Oh, on opening stuff? I know that over the years, I could say there are a few things over the years I've regretted opening. But just because it's sort of a case of why did I do that? Especially because it's something I grew out of. But Not overall, not much, I wouldn't say. Members Hyperroll announcer, we use necromancy to bring the kitten back from Dej. Why does it smell like peppermint toothpaste? Madamus, better peppermint than sulfur, right? Alrighty. Are you going to open the lipstick Batman? No, but I am going to show those off. Oh yeah, that came up last stream. Lipstick Batman. So another thing I do plan to start streaming once we open up memberships, not for members only, but just once we have more memberships with the channel, is I've just got a bunch of crap I collected over the years from dollar stores and stuff. I guess I'm a hoarder, and sometimes that's good, most of the time it's bad. But I've got some bootleg action figures, which includes a Batman with a silver head who is wearing lipstick. And I don't understand. But we're going to take a look at it. I don't want to open it up, but we're going to take a look at it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't think it's meant to be lipstick, but they colored his lips bright red. And it takes watch batteries too, and then his head like glows bright red. I don't think I ever pulled the little tabs out of him to test them though. Love that for him. Love that for him. Exactly. It's a lifestyle choice. I'm not going to judge Batman. He wanted to get rid of his cape and start wearing lipstick. That's okay with me. There was, you know, y'all, you reminded me. There is an action figure. I remember seeing it listed on I don't think it was Reddit, but people had pictures of it. It's a super rare bootleg Batman that is sought after. It's called Silver Bat, and it was a combination like someone tried to combine Batman and the Lone Ranger. So it's like Batman, just a regular Batman, but maybe wearing a cowboy hat, riding on a horse. Okay. I'm sure they actually had that in one of the Elseworlds comics or something. Madamus flavored chapstick tasting stream. I don't know about that. Yeah, we're going to eat some chapstick. Well, first things first, got to get myself a hand cam. I was trying to get my one of my cell phones to work as a hand cam, and that was a disaster. Let's go ahead, though, and switch over to the game room before I distract myself too much. And let's just take a quick hydration break. Hydrate or dihydrate. Before you eat chapstick, you mean? Oh, before I eat the chapstick? Yeah. I don't think that one's gonna happen. Not flavored like Madamus, rather Madamus tasting the soda flavored. Ah, yes, of course. Bad idea. Yeah, no, I'm not. For the record, chat, I will not be eating chapstick on stream. I'm not gonna, we're not doing the super cursed stuff. There will be plenty of cursed things. There are always plenty of cursed things. Most of them wind up as games like Love Rhythm. But I'm not gonna be eating stuff that could send me to the emergency room. Why are you lying to us? Well, I'm not gonna eat on stream. Oh man, maybe next time. Yeah. Well, we'll. Oh, don't start giving me ideas like that for membership goals. Oh, speaking of which, wasn't there something? No, I forget it. We're going to have a weird game next week, by the way. Something on Monday. I forget what the name. I think it's called like Shaking the Rat or Rat Shaking or something like that. It's something that I stumbled onto. I don't know what the heck it is, but we're gonna be committing, I guess, an act of animal abuse or something as a Steam game on Monday. So, OMG, I love that game. Oh, is it good? Great. Okay, because I picked it up in a bundle from Fanatical. By the way, if y'all are not familiar with Fanatical, please, I'm not sponsored with them, but please see on this stream, not real, digital Silas Gurley. Everything will be cool. It's silly. Is it? Good. If y'all, let me just open it up. If y'all are not familiar with Fanatical, seriously, forget well, I mean, you can still check Humble Bundle, but forget Humble Bundle. Fanatical, great site for bundles. Right now, they've got this Indie Treasures bundle going. It's got 30-something days left. If you buy one game, games are $1 each. If you're buying 5 of the games off the list, you're getting 60 cents a piece, 10 plus 50 cents a piece. And yeah, that's where I picked it up. Rat Shaker, that's what it is. So yeah, I picked that up earlier today. Oh, and I've had Purea for a while. Purea is pretty good. It's kind of like a WarioWare Inc. thing. Not the best for streaming, but it's kind of fun. I'm planning on looking into Fanatical for some future purchases on Steam. It's a great site. It's a great site. I've had nothing but good luck with them. Let's open King's Quest VI, and we will do the full cutscene. In fact, I was kind of panicking earlier because I didn't have the sound set up right on this thing. Thanks for the recommendation. Absolutely. Always like to save people money on games. Okay. I don't know if the volume is set. Oh, well, that's loud. Okay, yeah, that's loud. Oh, dear. There we go. In fact, I'm over-modulating a bit. All right. Well, peaking. The music's soft, though. Okay, opening. We'll have to do the opening first. And there, just so you know, there are a few different versions of... I'm in the wrong screen. Let me fix this. Hold on. Boom. Okay, right monitor. Fixed. Just so y'all know, there are a few different versions of this. There's a floppy disk, and there's the CD-ROM version, but the CD-ROM version has 2 variants. There's the DOS version with low resolution character portraits and the Windows version with high resolution. We're doing the Windows version, even though the mouse pointer is the DOS version. ScumVM lets you, tweak it how you want. Sounds like he needs to go to the hair club for men. Oh, the Air Club for Men. Oof. Okay. All right.
Long ago, in the castle of a kingdom called Daventry.
And this is when they got some good voice actors, too. Much better than King's Quest V, which was all people in their office.
Alexander, here you are. Oh, you're still not thinking about Cosima, are you?
I suppose I am.
Son, it's been months. You've got to pull yourself together.
I'll check on
After
subtitles.
all,
I don't think it has them during the cutscenes.
I know.
Have you discovered anything about the land of the Green Isles?
No. No one's even heard of it. It's like she's just vanished.
I wish I could help. Please try to think about something else, dear.
I'll try, Mother.
Yeah, try not to think of the woman you love. Just forget it. It's easy. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Motherly advice at its best.
Alexander.
Yeah.
Alexander, I feel so alone.
Yeah, they really poured a lot into this opening for the time period.
Alexander, I wish you were here. Alexander. Alexander. Alexander.
Cosima, wait! Mother! Mother, come quick!
Alexander, what on earth? You're white as a ghost.
Mother, I saw Cosima. She was in the mirror.
In the mirror? The magic mirror?
Yes! And it showed me how to find her.
How?
The stars!
Every household has a magic mirror, doesn't
Outside her
it?
window, I can navigate by the stars.
Oh, Alexander, if you really go...
It will be all right, Mother. I promise.
I wish I could make the cutscene full screen. Unfortunately, it's windowed like this. I would swear that one of the versions had it full screen. I'll have to look into that later. Maybe it was the floppy disk version. They spent a lot of time on those birds. They must have been really proud of that.
months, Prince Alexander sailed the known seas and beyond.
Three long months, one change of clothes. Shipwreck, yeah. Well, I mean, you could see that coming a mile away, Silas Gurley. Imagine the smell, yeah. Everyone looks so clean. It must be light and nice in a fairy tale versus reality. It's sort of like when you look at old westerns, you look at the older westerns with John Wayne versus the modern westerns where everyone looks dirty.
As the ship nears the shore, day turns to night and the sea turns violent.
Question, did you never miss something but you remember that why you like it, but you understand why it failed? For example, Philips CDI was a good idea, but it had bad graphics. Yeah, yeah, nostalgia goggles are nice. There are plenty of things that, yeah, there are things I remember why I like it, and I know why I can look at things and know why they failed at the same time. You know, all of this looked great until you got to the typeface there, and then it's like, is that just Times New Roman? Yeah, in fact, I'm trying to think of what an example would be for me, Judd. I guess for me, Judd, something like that failed, but I liked it, and I understand why it failed. It wouldn't be the Gamecom, because the Gamecom just sucks. Darn. I'm trying to think of something offhand. I don't know if there's a full-on console I can think of. For me, at least. But I can think of a device. It was called the Aura Interactor, and it was this it was a back thing. It's this bass speaker that you strap to your back, and it was meant to let you feel the action of video games. And the thing was, it just didn't work that well as far as, you know, feeling the punches, feeling the kicks.
Alexander awakens to find himself on an unfamiliar beach. For a moment, he is too dazed to remember how he got here. Then he does remember. The shipwreck, the sea. Just as he had seen his men safely into the lifeboats, a gigantic wave picked him up and tossed him overboard into the churning sea. That was the last he'd seen of his crew.
Ooh.
Debris from the shipwreck is
unfortunate.
scattered along the shore. But of the lifeboats and his men, there is thankfully no
Feel
trace.
the beat. Well, I'll tell you why I love it. It has to do with that.
That the lifeboats survived the currents, and that his men made their way safely back to Daventry.
So, just to finish what I was saying to you, Judd, he hit his head. It's fine. Yeah, he washed up on shore, busted his head against a rock. Doesn't know where he is. Everything's cool. It's fine. These things happen. So the Aura Interactor, which you can get cheap. Yeah, just a little concussion. It's a good thing he stood up so fast, too. The Aura Interactor, which you can still get cheap. You can find them. They just have never disappeared. They probably made way too many of them. It didn't work very well for what it was meant to be, because it was meant to plug into things like the Sega Genesis, and it had two modes, a music mode and a sound effects mode. And the sound effects mode, it would try to translate just certain frequencies, and it just was awful. But I loved the thing because it was actually really fun to wear with movies and with music if you put it into music mode. If you put it into music mode, and I mean, just imagine watching Jurassic Park with a giant bass speaker strapped to your back. I mean, it shook your insides up, but I loved the thing. I know why it failed, but it was the most, it yeah, I love the thing. And you can still, like I said, they're still pretty cheap to this day. I want to say you can find them brand new around the $20-$30 mark. And yeah, still work great. My favorite was the Joker's Wild game for CDI. I'm not super familiar with the CDI games, unfortunately. I know what the system is. I know it did a lot of full motion video stuff, but whoa, what was that? Hold on, let me see what that was. Oh, software update. Oh, there's a new Scum VM. That's nice. Well, I'll check that later. Don't forget the scent of hardware. Yeah. Make sure let me check the volume because I don't even hear. There we go. Okay. I'm not even hearing the little tweeting birds hardly. Play. Control F5. There it is. Options. The music's all the way up. Let me lower the speech volume just a pinch, though, because that's probably going to be my bigger bane of my existence. There we go. Okay. Resume. All right. Well, I see something there shining.
Alexander picks up his royal insignia ring from the beach.
Remember the scent simulators? I don't remember those at all. I really don't. I can hear the chirping, can you? Okay, good. Yeah, I hear it now. You're just... No, I heard it before, but it seemed like it was really soft. The volume on this is a little imbalanced.
Broken pieces of Alexander's ship litter the beach.
90s, 2000s? I don't remember that day, Lynn. Okay. I'll have to look into it. That sounds like a horrible idea.
Rocks abound on this lush volcanic isle.
Okay.
A long plank lies on the beach. No doubt it once belonged to Alexander's ship.
I know there's something else around
Alexander
here.
has no...
Okay, no...
Alexander has no use for the ship debris. Alexander pushes the plank to one side. A box has been partially buried under sand.
Yay! A box. Okay, what's in the box? What's in the box?
There's a copper coin in the treasure box. The coin bears the seal of Daventry and King Graham's noble face.
Oh, well, that's
Alexander
nice that they were able
takes
to
the
do
coin
coinage
and leaves the
that
ruined
way.
box where it is.
Well, I guess they did because the Romans had coins with the emperor's faces on them. All right, let me go ahead and save real quick. Just do. I love the narrator's voice. It is a great voice. Yeah, they got good voice actors once they got past King's Quest V. I'll listen while I sleep. Very relaxing. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Tibby. Have a good sleep. Appreciate it. And, thank you for letting me know that you've been watching. I really appreciate that. All right. Let's see if we can do something stupid real quick since I just saved chat. Let's see what happens if we walk out into the sea, because Sierra likes to do death scenes.
The ocean is not as calm as it appears. Underwater currents tug at Alexander's legs.
Gonna try to drown, huh? Yep, already.
The ocean appears calm, but there's a dimpling
Oh, snap,
pattern
I'm
to the
late. This is one of my
surface
favorite
which
adventure
indicates
games.
an undertow.
I bought this for my mom on her birthday at Radio Shack. Oh, wow. Welcome in, Twin Opinion. Welcome in. Yeah, it's a great game. The first time I played it, my family had the King's Quest, one of the anthologies. Yeah, we just started. I mean, you can say we're right here at the beach. All you missed was the opening cutscene.
The underwater tow is amazingly strong here. It pulls ferociously at Alexander's legs. Before Alexander can retreat, the current grabs his legs. The shifting sand vanishes from beneath his feet. Against his best efforts,
And
he
him
is
trying to
dragged
drown
out
himself.
to
Yeah,
sea.
let's get a death scene out of the way early. Yep, bye.
The currents around the island pull Alexander under. As Alexander struggles to the surface for the third and last time, he finds himself wishing he'd paid more attention to the warning signs of an undertow.
Well, I did pay attention. Yay!
Tickets only. Next. Nothing like getting swept off your feet.
This is going to say a good comment on you. I like this channel because you play old games and not play newer games. Oh, well, thank you, Judd. I appreciate that. I try to do a mix, but yeah, I do lean into the retro more. Thank you. Appreciate it. The floppy version actually managed to fit the intro movie, but the voice acting uses different actors. They are horrible. Twin opinion, I'm glad you told me that, because I've been wondering whether or not I should try to pick up the floppy disk version, and now I suddenly want to hunt it down, just because I like to have the alternates, because I've got the floppy on King's Quest V in addition to the CD version. So I didn't know that it had different voice actors. That's interesting to know. Let's restore. I love terrible, cheesy acting for old media. It's great. Yeah. Although the regular voices on this, they definitely, they knocked it out of the park, I think, with this one. You had good voice actors, a lot. Some of whom I've heard in some of the LucasArts games, too, so there's a lot of crossover. Man, this place is pretty.
A hollow in the trunk of the old tree forms a perfect nesting place for wildlife.
I'm going to have to ride the volume on this a little bit. Anything in the hollow? Oh, I hope I didn't do something stupid.
Examines the tree's hollow,
oh, thank God.
But finds nothing of interest.
I was afraid I'd already killed myself in Minecraft. Don't hate him when we force him to play Fortnite. Yeah, I'm putting that on the member goal list. Don't worry. I'm putting Fortnite on there. I am putting it on there. I want Matt to play Icewind Dale 1 and 2 and Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Talk about voice acting. Those games are incredible. Are they? Afraid of death like you didn't just drown yourself. It's true. Afraid of death without properly saving. For somebody seafaring, you would think Alexander would have already learned the ins and outs of riptides. Yeah. Okay, I gotta adjust the volume on this because the music volume is a bit loud. Hold on. Just a sec, chat. Let me fix that. Well, I've got the music volume all the way up. Okay, yeah, we'll tone it down a little. And we'll crank the speech a pinch more. All right, we'll put the music down to... I thought it was lower than it probably is. So we'll put the music there at... We'll put it at 185. I'm going to really crank it down. And I'll put the speech back up. Okay. Resume. What's
There's
this?
a little hut just off the path. Perhaps the guard dogs have an occasional use for it, but it looks empty now.
Hey, we got some furries. We got guard dogs.
2 guards take their stance in front of the castle doors. They look quite fierce and have the stiff, blank expression of soldiers on formal duty.
But Icewind Dale and Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, I was, you know, Luciano, I was thinking about Baldur's Gate. I was wondering if it would maybe be more to my liking than Oblivion is. So that might be a thing. I'll look into it. I just, I'll be honest, for those of you who have watched the streams of me playing Oblivion and I don't seem to really go together. Oh, I just noticed something, chat. Don't say it like that. What did I say wrong? Oh, what, the furry part? Did I say something weird? I'm noticing something, chat. This is cutting off part of the script. This must be sized weird, this game. It's my favorite. Unseen Hand, welcome in, welcome in. The furry, yeah. Yeah, I know. Actually, I'm going to switch back to the other monitor because this one seems to be cropping the image a little more than it should be. I don't know why that is. There, we'll just do it like that. CDI as the worst Zelda game ever. Yeah, I know it had like 2 Zeldas and 1 Mario game. I don't know what prompted Nintendo to make that deal with Philips. That is just What do we have here? Twin Opinion. This was one of the killer apps I used to show my console peasant friends. SVGA graphics and CD storage. Yeah. Oh, the SVGA with the portraits is great. Yeah, once we get to it. Ahoy. CDI is Get the enhanced edition of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. They did a great job bringing the hand-drawn backgrounds into HD. It's actually had 3 Zeldas. Everyone forgets the third one. Were there 3? Okay, I only knew the 2 of them. I knew there was the 1 Mario and 2 Zeldas. Okay, I'll look that up on sometime. It's on YouTube if you want to see it. Yeah, I've seen it before, Judd. Maybe we'll do that during one of the chatting streams. Take a look at those sometime. Because I know I've seen videos of it with Angry Video Game Nerd. And I think some other people too. But yeah, maybe we'll do that sometime. Oh yeah,
Alexander politely addresses the odd-looking guards at the castle doors, hoping to learn more about his predicament.
Are you
Good day to
calling
you, guards.
furries odd-looking?
I was cast upon this island in a storm.
I'm not
and I'm a
into
little
that.
confused about my location.
I shouldn't be
Could
saying
you tell me
furries.
what
You're
prince
right.
this
You're
is
right,
and
Kimmy.
Who lives in this castle?
Hey, what is that you say? A castaway? A likely story. We haven't had any foreigners in this part since Alhazred arrived.
Don't be so rude, Gruff. He's not asking for any secrets.
Thank God
You're
Princess
standing
Zelda
on the
finally
Isle
got
of
the solo
Crown,
game she
lad,
deserves.
And this is the
But compared to
Castle
those,
of the
yeah.
Crown. The royal family resides here. Rather, what's left of the royal family.
The Isle of the Crown. But tell me, am I anywhere near the land of the Green Isles?
This is the land of the Green Isles. The Isle of the Crown is the main island, foolish boy.
Foolish boy.
Then Princess Cassima must live in this very castle.
Aye, the princess is indeed our treasured jewel to God, and we consider it an honor.
Oakley dokley. Yeah, those portraits, those that you just saw for him speaking, that was really, really a big deal back in the day, probably, because the way those lip sync were really, really good. It's sad all the voice acting for this stuff was saved on high-def tape, but all that stuff was lost when Sierra was sold to those scammers. Oh, no. Was it? I didn't know they'd lost all that stuff when the big screw job happened. For those of you who don't know, Sierra got sold. I forget the name of the company, but they got sold to, I think it was a French company, and promises were made, promises weren't kept, and that's why there really is no true Sierra today. Okay, that volume's fine. Actually, I'm gonna tweak the music back up a little, because the voice volume was a little louder than expected. There, we'll do that. Okay. All right, so they won't let me in, so maybe if I show them my ring, because to prove I'm a prince, let's try that.
Alexander decides to show his royal insignia ring to the Castle of the Crown guards. With all of his papers lost in the shipwreck, it is the only possible calling card he can think of.
Good day. I'm Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm an acquaintance of Princess Cassima. If you could just inform her that I'm here, please.
So everyone says. Let me just look at that ring.
What does it say, Gruff?
Kingdom of Daventry, Prince Alexander. Wait here while I go see what Captain Saladin thinks of this.
See, that's how easy it is, chat. Just get a ring with your name printed and says that you're a king, and you can just show it off wherever you go, and people will believe you. Link, the Faces of Evil, Zelda Wand of Gamelon, Zelda's Adventure. Okay, I didn't know Zelda's Adventure.
Captain Saladin speaks with a voice that is gentle, but reflects a will of iron.
That's
Prince
good to know,
Alexander of
Daylin.
Daventry, I presume. I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with your country, but I'm sure Wazir Alhazred will want to meet you.
See,
If indeed
like I
you are
said,
a friend of the
it's a
princess,
furry.
Please follow me.
Tony J, great actor. Is that who did the voice? Sounds great. Also, I don't know if it's been mentioned
Lord
yet, but fun
Alhazred,
fact, Prince
a
Alexander is
visitor to
voiced
see
by
you.
Robbie Benson,
Prince
who voiced
Alexander
Prince
of
Adam,
Daventry.
Beast in Beauty and the Beast.
What is it that
Really?
you seek,
I did
Prince
not know that
Alexander?
unseen hand. That's very cool.
Pardon the intrusion, my lord, but I came to see Princess Cassima. Some months ago, my father, King Graham, saved my family and I from imprisonment under an evil wizard named Mordak.
The same wizard that kidnapped the princess?
Here, I'll give him the crown.
When my father rescued us, he also liberated Cassima and sent her
Boom.
home.
Then your father has my gratitude, and that of the entire kingdom. But I'm afraid I still fail to see the purpose of your visit.
Ha ha!
Well, I came to make sure that Cassima arrived safely and to pay my respects. Before we parted, she gave me an invitation to visit.
I have no doubt she did exactly that at the time, Prince Alexander. However, things have greatly changed for Cassima since her ordeal in Mordak's castle. Cassima's parents both became ill and died while
I'm
she was
watching
gone.
this guy.
Cassima is sequestered in mourning for them as befits a princess.
Because those golden eyes are sort of standing out. Y'all notice that? I noticed out of instinct, everyone always rests the mouse crown on people's heads in cutscene. Yeah.
Appropriate. You see,
you can't really hide it. It doesn't go away. So, oh well, up there you can.
Seriously. With her parents gone, she no longer has the luxury to be a carefree maiden. As was her parents' wish,
I don't know what's going
and
on.
I
My
are to
ring
be
light
wed.
is flickering.
We shall rule the kingdom together. I assure you, our marriage is all Cassima
If I hear Prince Adam, I instantly think of by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. Oh yeah, very distinctive eyes. Yeah.
Embarrassment.
Alexander and his little crown. Okay.
I see.
Yeah, and did you see the way
suppose that I was mistaken.
His eye, I just saw it flash.
I thought for certain that Cassima... Well, I apologize.
Because if I remember right, it's been years, but if I remember right, that's a clue for some stuff later.
Traveling to the land of the Green Isles. May your journey home be
Gonna head home, be back later. Hey, have a safe trip home, Kimmy. Thank you for stopping by, as always. Be safe, and we will see you later.
To look around your fair land while I'm here.
I would advise against that. The kingdom is rather, shall we say, inhospitable these days. But it is your neck. You may risk it if you please.
Okay, so...
Captain Saladin will escort you from the castle. Good day.
So, okay, before I move the mouse out of the way, chat, and let this continue. So, we're shipwrecked, but they're telling us not to look around the aisle. They're basically saying, hey, you have no way home, but don't, and we don't want you to be here, but we want you going even though you have... I mean, if you're gonna offer me a trip home, but I didn't see that happen. Sounds legit, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. They're saying we advise against you staying here. Well, then send me home.
I trust you'll respect his wishes and not return. I have been instructed not to let you into the castle again. Good day, my lord.
Oh, who's a good
Captain
boy?
Saladin whispers something to the guard dogs at the castle gate, and they nod with understanding.
I'm playing this, and all I can think is I really want to get a dog again. Aiko, welcome in, welcome in.
Alexander.
Let's see. Yes, good. The library bot was able to post your link. Good. Welcome in, Aiko. Yeah, we're just playing some King's Quest 6. Air today, gone tomorrow. Old school point and clicker. But how are you? Did you stream tonight? You had a dog? I used to years ago. It's been quite some time since it passed away. And I've never gotten another one since. I should someday. Yeah, did you stream tonight, Aiko? Or are you streaming tonight? Hello.
The side of the castle is one big
Oh, rest in peace.
wall.
It happens, Aiko. Thank you, Aiko, but yeah, it's been long enough that...
Vines have begun to climb the castle stucco
But I appreciate
walls.
that. Nope, I'll stream tomorrow instead. Nice, nice. All right. Well, good. Hopefully, I'm streaming earlier, so hopefully I'll get to stop in for sure. Did you know that the voice of He-Man passed away? I did not know that, Judd. What dog breed? It was a poodle. It was a toy miniature mix. So it was a little black poodle that was, oh, I don't know, about maybe, I don't know how far you would say, maybe a quarter of a meter long. It was really small, really tiny. I mean, it wasn't like pocket size, but it was small. Yeah, I loved him. It wasn't a case of even getting him from a pound. It was just sort of providence. We found him when I was younger. This is before I, age I am now. It was peeing on a bush outside our house. Apparently the people who owned him just would let him wander around the neighborhood. So we picked him up and then they just said, well, you can have him. They didn't seem to care. So yeah, we took the poor little guy in and that was that. Had him for probably, from that point, had him for, I'd say, I want to say he lived another like 10, 12, 13 years. So he had a good long life. Yeah, that's exact. Yeah, I know. It's awful, really. Yeah, have a good night, Unseen. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, what do we got here?
Old lamps for new. Old lamps for new.
Okay.
The sign says pawn shop.
Great. Okay.
Alexander is standing on a sunny village street. There are open shops to his right, a hard-packed path beneath his feet, and palm trees waving over his head.
Pretty.
To the north, a key-shaped arch leads to another part of the village.
I love this. I mean, even though it's pixelated, this artwork to me is just gorgeous. The hand-painted look of it all.
The sign above the door says Ali's Books.
And it is a shame that all this artwork would have been lost when the company, the scamming company...
Lamps for new. Old lamps for new.
Shush. I'm talking, bruh. It's a shame that all the original artwork was lost when the scammers bought Sierra and, yeah, all the old stuff lost. I didn't know, though, until Daylin mentioned earlier that all the audio tapes were lost from the narration. All right, let's talk to this guy so he'll stop screaming at me.
Good day, peddler.
Good day, sir. If you would like to get one of my fine new lamps, I'll need an old lamp in trade.
Isn't it a rather bad business? Taking old lamps and giving new lamps in exchange?
Well, there's always a chance that I'll find a genie.
Ah.
If I had a genie...
So you should be put into an asylum or
there's
something.
Always a roaring business in antique luminaries.
Oh, well, that's fine. That's true, antiques.
The peddler's pole provides convenient transportation of the lamp seller's wares. There are 6 new lamps on the pole.
Okay.
A large round pot is one of the pottery pieces on display outside the shops.
All right, well, let's start by going into the pawn shop. Let's start by going into the pawn
Old
shop.
Lamps
Oh,
for
dude.
new.
Okay. We get it. We get it.
Good day.
Good day, merchant. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I can tell you she is in a dark time.
Ah.
Without the ferry, communication between the islands has ground to a halt, and so nearly has my business.
Pawn shop
Why
guy
the
was the
long
lead
ages
in
of
the
peace have
Walking
ended,
Dead game.
and
Really?
why the
Okay, I've
crown
never
has
played
not
the
done
Walking Dead
something
game. I've
about
never
it
even
is
watched the
beyond
show.
me. But then,
That's interesting.
I am a
Nice.
shopkeeper, not a politician, and can only hope for better days.
I know I've heard him on other things because I know he was in one of the Monkey Islands that we just played.
Can you tell me, merchant, what the value of this ring might be?
By the sands of the sea, what a beauty! What fine gold and masterful artistry! This ring is quite valuable, sir. I would not feel right taking it in trade. None of the items on display in my humble store are even close to the value of this ring.
Okay.
Truly? Well, it would be hard to part with it anyway, I suppose.
Old lamps for new, yeah. I know that guy comes into play later, the old lamps for new, but I can't remember how. Walking Dead, the Telltale game, Season 1, one of the best adventure games ever. Really? Okay, I love Telltale. I got a couple Telltale games we'll probably play eventually. I've got the Back to the Future one. I'd like to play that on stream someday.
Alexander takes a closer look at the items on the counter.
Okay.
I see you have noticed my mechanical nightingale. She is made of plain tin, but she sings the sweetest song you can imagine, barely distinguishable from the real thing. The flute is only made of plain wood, but its notes are fine and true.
Okay.
Ah, yes, the painter's brush. It was well used by one of the island's best painters. There's a lot of creativity in that brush, and its bristles are still in good condition.
Okay, and...
Have you an interest in tinder boxes? This one is only slightly battered. It holds a good supply of flint, a sturdy striking pad, and even a candle in case you find yourself with naught else to hold the flame.
All right. Let me save real quick, chat. I'm going to save my same spot. Let's give him the coin. We've got a coin. Maybe we can buy something.
I have this copper coin. Is it of any value to you at all?
Most interesting. I have never seen a Daventry coin before, but it is copper.
I do remember, chat, that there are two ways to get to the ending on this. If I remember, there are two alternate paths. There's an easy way and a harder way.
You may make your choice from
We might try to do the harder way. Probably because I'll screw up doing the easy way. All right. What should I start with? I legit don't know what I should start with, so I'm going to, I'm just going to take the flute.
I'll take the flute.
Very well. Your coin is well spent. Remember, this is a pawn shop. I am always willing to take back my own goods in trade.
I'll remember.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, point being, anytime I want to, trade that flute in for one of these other things, I can. Good. Now, what's this other thing?
Alexander searches for a way to reach the black-haired girl whose memory will not escape.
I didn't want... dude, I meant that thing. I didn't want you looking at it yourself.
An elegant little glass dish decorates the countertop. The dish is full of green mints offered for the enjoyment of the customer.
Oh, well, heck, well, I'll take some free mints. Everyone likes free mints.
Alexander takes a mint.
Can I take another?
Alexander already has a mint. He'd prefer to leave some for the other customers.
Okay.
Towering mightily over the other pawn shop curiosities, the stuffed bear makes an ostentatious display.
All right. Let's head out, chat, and let's see what is next. We'll go into Ollie's books. Prince Ali.
Hello. I will be right up. Now, what can I do for you?
I recognize that voice for sure. Gosh, that voice, I recognize him even back to some of the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons. I want to say he did a voice in the Galaxy Trio.
I'm a stranger in this land.
New
what
cover
can you
song.
Tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
That is quite a question, young
It's
man.
funny you should bring that up. I mentioned on Twitter the other day. My next one's probably going to be Rainy Days and Mondays.
My name is Alexander. I know I'm on the Isle of the Crown.
Not the most popular, upbeat, modern song, but I like it.
If there are other islands nearby.
You are indeed a stranger. Anxious is the man who knows not the customs of the land beneath his feet. This island is called the Isle of the Crown, because the royal family's castle is here. Besides the castle,
the
we
Carpenters.
also have this village,
Carpenters.
And the docks over
I
to
love
the
that
west.
song.
There are at least 3 other islands.
Absolutely love that song.
The Isle of the Sacred Mountain, the Isle of the Beast, and the Isle of Wonder.
Oh, the Isle of the Beast. That doesn't sound
no one know
freaky.
For certain?
This is no ordinary land, Alexander. The land of the Green Isles has always been a place of vague boundaries, as if islands come and go. Legend speaks of a fourth island.
That sounds awesome. Why can't I live in a place like that? I want to live on in a place surrounded by, freaky deaky islands that come and go.
The land of the Green Isles is said to exist on the boundaries of this world and the next. Even darker places are reputed to be closer here than anywhere else in the world.
Did you know the original actor was in the Back to the Future video games? Doc Brown, I think that's correct. Yes, yeah.
We who live here on the Isle of the Crown.
Oh my gosh, and why am I forgetting his name? Christopher Lloyd. Yeah.
Those first 3 islands you mentioned. How might I learn more about?
I do remember that, and I know
a young man seeking such knowledge would travel to their shores.
Gosh, who else? I know the one who did the voice of Jennifer was the first. It was the same voice as the girl who played Jennifer in the first Back to the Future movie, but not the sequels.
Between the islands, there has been much political unrest. And
great game. I look forward to playing that.
To travel for years. Perhaps the ferryman can tell you more. He has little enough to do these days. And if you haven't been there already, you might seek an audience at the castle.
Thank you kindly,
I've been there.
Merchant, for all your good advice.
But advice is free, Alexander. Making use of it costs much more.
Okie dokie. Let's go talk to this dude.
Good day, sir.
The mysterious old man just ignores Alexander.
Okay.
While the bookshop does not seem to invite conversation.
Oh, oops, I accidentally talked to the wall.
Addressing someone specific.
All right, what do we got here?
There's a book entitled The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages on the small table in the reading area. It appears that some regular customer likes that book.
Okay. Changing role of customer
his feet for a
of court entertainers.
Alexander
gotcha.
picks up and leafs idly through a book called The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages.
Okay.
Well, that was refreshing.
That's it? Okay, fine. What's here? What do we got here?
There's a small table near the door that bears a sign. The sign has undergone a number of changes. It once read 10 pence, but that was crossed out and replaced with 5 pence, then 1 pence, then free. The sign currently reads, "Take one, please."
Wow. Take one? I'll take them all.
Remains on the table.
There's only one.
It looks like the bookshop owner really wants to get rid of that book.
All right, well, let's get the book then.
Alexander picks up the book from the small table.
Oh, yes, please, take that book. You have my most humble thanks for doing so, good sir.
Really? Thanks.
Okay, what's the book? What's the book, chat?
Alexander is carrying a book from the bargain table in the bookshop.
Okay. Oh, well, that's it? Let me try reading it here. Maybe it'll let me read it.
The bookshop owner went to quite a bit of
Oh, well, I can read it there. Okay.
Alexander opens the bargain book and reads a paragraph at random.
Poems? Maybe. Let me see.
2 dulcimers
no,
raised to the degree of
it's math.
Dulcimers,
Ooh,
divided into equal
math.
parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small.
I mean, it's kind of like poetry.
Stretched over the
no, it's not.
53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard.
No, definitely not like poetry. Never mind. All right.
Phew, what an incredibly boring book. No wonder the bookshop owner wanted to get rid of it so badly.
Let me see what this book is here, too, if I can.
An antique leather-bound book is displayed on a little stand on the counter. On the elaborate cover is the title, Ye Useful Book of Magic Spells.
Well, that right there sounds, promising.
How much for that book on the counter?
Of course, we got to pay for it.
It is a fine book, is it not? I obtained it from the estate of the one and only magician this kingdom has ever had. poofed himself into an aardvark in the end.
That's
Or
unfortunate.
So I heard. I never found the spells all that useful myself, but then I lead a boring life.
Well.
I tell you what, if you can find another rare book, something a bit more marketable, I might be willing to exchange the spelled book for it.
So he won't sell it. I gotta trade him for it. Swell. What's this? Hold on. What's
a plaque bearing a merchant crest hangs over the doorway. The bookshop owner must be proud of his credentials.
All right, let's get out of here. Oh, wait a second. Did I show him my ring? Chat, did I ever show him my ring?
Again? How may I help you?
I forgot if I even showed him my ring. Did I? I guess I did already. Maybe? I didn't? Okay.
Would you be interested in this ring?
It is a stunning ring, but I do not deal with jewelry and personal effects. Books and hard gold are all I can handle. You might check with my neighbor next door, though. He deals in such things.
Okay, well, we already went to him. I was looking, so that guy in the black cloak is gone, chat. Let me see if he went over here. I don't like it when people disappear. Don't show people your ring. No one wants to see it. Keep it in your pants. Oh, dear. Bruh. Not that kind of ring. Okay. Here, let's see if we can get away before he says old books for new. Oh. Hello.
The girl is too far away to hold a conversation with Alexander.
All right.
You lazy thing! Get back to work and stay away from those roses! I've told you 1,000,000 times, those flowers are too sweet for the likes of you!
Yowzers!
You've still got to do the breakfast dishes, make lunch, and clean the stables yet this morning!
Well, this is clearly...
And get your veil back on! No one wants to look at your face!
Yes, stepmother.
This is clearly supposed to be, yeah, I guess it's supposed to be Cinderella or something along those lines. Because Roberta Williams, I mean, she lifted from all sorts of classic fairy tales, you know, for these, which is fine. That's cool.
Alexander doesn't want to intrude on private property unless he's been invited.
Okay, what about the roses?
Alexander has not been invited to pick the family's roses.
Well, hell then, okay. Oh.
Hey, stranger, come join me. The water is wonderful, and I can show you the way to the next island.
Let me save real quick. Okay. Y'all noticing that? His eye is gold?
Come on, jump in. A little water won't hurt you.
All right, you know what? We're gonna do it just because I saved, but you can see his eye is...
Ocean currents continue to murmur, but they do not reply.
What are you waiting for?
Well, what about
Good day.
you?
I'm Alexander. What are you doing in the sea?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm swimming. I mean, come join me. The water's wonderful. I can show you the way to the next island.
All right. Yeah, seems legit.
Considering the poor condition of the shore, it looks like the easiest way to get into the water is just to jump off the pier.
What's the worst that can happen?
The powerful currents grab Alexander. Struggle as he might, he feels himself being pulled out to sea.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Not a very good swimmer, are you?
Help me!
Sorry, I think not.
Well, that happened. Bye!
As his head submerges for the third time, Alexander finds himself pondering the wisdom of going out on a limb for a stranger.
So unlike... Yeah, I've never heard of a death scene in a Sierra game.
Next. Alexander couldn't handle those currents. That boy must be an unbelievably strong swimmer.
But I mean, to be fair, unlike the other Sierra games, unlike a lot of the older Sierra games, this one telegraphed that you were going to get killed. You knew it immediately. Unless you were a dunderhead, you knew that you were going to wind up getting killed by that. Compare that to a lot of the Sierra games with the random deaths. Welcome in, Omegs. Welcome in. We haven't been playing that long, really. Playing King's Quest VI, aired today, gone tomorrow. And we've been doing a couple of the death scenes. It's less cheap with the deaths than King's Quest V, it seems. But I'm sure there will be some cliffs for us to fall down. I know there's one area, too, I'll have to pull up a map for if we get to it. All right, where was I? Okay, ignore him, because he's the one who gets me killed. His eye shines just like this other wizard we saw earlier. No, we're not going to do it. Oh.
What are you waiting for? I said I'd show you how to get to the next
What's
island,
going on?
didn't I?
Wait a second. Chat disconnected.
That's strange. The young boy in the water just disappeared. Oh well, perhaps he just dove under the water.
Are we back? Are we back, chat? I think something happened. Really? Okay, it's just on my end. For whatever reason, chat, on my end, it says that chat disconnected, and please wait while we try to reconnect you, and then a minute later, successfully connected. So it looks like we, I don't know, we had some sort of a bump. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you. Actually, I should be saying thank you, because you've given me permission to monetize. I love you, YouTube. I love you. I wasn't putting you down. Please don't take away the gravy train that I'm wanna hop on, or whatever it is. Okay, it said that chat disconnected, so I don't know what happened. But yeah, it's fine now.
A worn wooden vessel has been dry docked on a jetty. The boat is in sad shape. A hole in the hull and the condition of its boards make it obvious that the vessel is no longer seaworthy.
Okay. Let's use the door. Man, he was banging that fist.
Yeah, what do you want?
Use the ring.
Alexander is already wearing the ring.
To be fair, I'm actually looking at Fanatical with the stream open in tiny window and audio on my Bluetooth headset.
The ferry's out of business.
Oh, darn it, no.
Alexander feels his pockets carefully to make sure.
I said the ferry's out of business. What do you want to keep bothering me for?
I wanted to show you the ring, but...
Excuse me. My name is Alexander. The owner of the bookshop in the village told me you might be able to help me. I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands. I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't see why. The ferry's not running, you know.
I understand.
Well, yeah, it's got a hole in it.
I'd just like to talk to you about the islands if you don't mind.
Well, I guess it'd be all right if Allie sent you. Well, don't just stand there. Come on inside.
Yeah, I was sent by the guy who has his name on the side of his building. There's no way I could have just gotten the name off the building.
I'm a visitor to these islands. I'd like to learn what I can about the area.
So you said outside. What is it you want to know?
Well, for one thing, why has the island's only ferry been dry docked?
There's something there. The pixels I can see are sharper.
Safe to sail these days. What with the islands feuding and all. Wazir Al-Hazred ordered the ferry closed till things settled down. Me, I don't think she'll ever see water again.
But why are the islands feuding?
You got me. Something about stolen property or some such thing.
Huh.
'Tis a real
okay,
shame.
so the land of the Green Isles is at war, kind of, sort of.
Is recent.
A few years is all, but it's been long enough.
Perhaps if the ferry were repaired.
This old thing? This ferry's been out of water so long she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall apart at the first taste of seawater.
But there must be some way to get off this island.
There's only one other way to travel that I know of. A magic map. The owner of the pawn shop can tell you more about that than I can, Alexander.
Okay. By the way, I don't know if you can tell, chat, but these actors are, the characters are digitized actors. This was a period where Sierra was experimenting by recording actors on green screen and digitizing them into the game. But they're so pixelated that it's hard to tell. Let me see if I can use that.
Would you be interested in this ring?
I don't need charity. I won't take nothing from no man till I get back in business and can earn my own keep.
Okay. I wasn't trying to be rude. What about this?
I see you have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you? Perhaps giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Here, let me just give you random things. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, they did it with this. They did it with, I think, Quest for Glory 4 and Space Quest 5, I want to say. I don't know if they did with any of the others. Maybe Gabriel Knight? Not sure. In their movie, that's why they do look pretty human-like at times in their movements. Yeah, and they also, when they walk, sometimes it looks almost like they're floating a bit. Alexander does sometimes. Because of it, maybe because of it not being drawn in. At least that's a guess. All right. I guess that's it then.
Well, I think I'll be going now. Thanks for allowing me into your home.
Posh, not at all. It breaks the boredom, if you know what I mean.
They photographed actors for King's Quest V, but no blue screen. Oh, okay, so they just rotoscoped them then. Okay. Interesting, interesting. All right, let's save this again. Because it's a Sierra game, chat. And Sierra means save early, save often. Oh, yeah, they might have done it with one of the Leisure Suit Larrys, too. I don't think Leisure Suit Larry's 6, but maybe 5? I don't know. Because I know Leisure Suit Larry 6 was higher resolution graphics. I've never played through it. I just know from looking at the screenshots. All right, let's talk to him about the...
Good day.
There's our friend again. Oh, and notice he's got the gold eye. He's got the gold eye, chat.
Good day, sir.
The old man just glares at Alexander and does not reply.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep
Gold
it under
eye
the counter.
of friendship.
It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it.
Of course, it must be.
It was quite a few years ago, you see. The estate of a wealthy wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway,
okay.
The magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there. It is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days. It is far too dangerous.
I'd be interested in traveling with a magic map.
What would you take?
Man, that would make life so much easier.
I would want something magic in return. But since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
Okay, well, we know what it's going to be. It's going to be the ring.
Would you be willing to take my family ring in exchange for the magic map?
Daventry, are you a king then?
No, that's my father, King Graham. I'm just Alexander.
I'm just
Prince
Steve.
Alex, she is a beautiful ring. Are you sure you can part with such a unique family heirloom?
The ring does mean a lot to me.
The ring does mean a lot, but that magic map is awesome.
It is only gold. There are more important things at stake.
Yeah,
now.
you can get another ring.
You now own a magic map, Prince Alex. I will keep your ring out of sight for a few days. If you find anything else of great value in your travels, you can come back for your ring. I would hate to see it melted down for gold. And
you're already gonna melt it?
It will only operate when you are out in the open and within sight of the sea.
Did you mention in an earlier stream you hadn't played King's Quest 3? No, I've only played 4, 5, excuse me, not 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Very kind.
Those are the only ones I played through. I haven't played any of the parser-based ones. I might have played through the original King's Quest.
The old man in the
it's a parser one, but I don't remember.
Past Alexander, and with a sneaky dart of his hand, steals.
I might have done it with a walkthrough. I do not remember.
The old man stuffs the mint into his mouth and wobbles unsteadily out of the pawn shop.
Whoa, is he drunk? Hello. Seconds later, in the castle.
Master! I followed Prince Alexander as you wished. From the pawn shop owner,
I don't trust the old man. Nope. That's the old man right there, because the gold eyes.
He just got a magic map.
You fool! You've been eating those mints again. I ordered you to stop that.
But they're so tasty.
Yes, Master. Now, what is this about a magic map? With a map, Prince Alexander could travel anywhere as quickly as I can.
I thought I took care of the only means of travel. By my scimitar, I can't have him stirring things up now.
You've got a scimitar?
Get a hold of yourself and listen carefully, Shamir. Go to the other islands and tell them...
Tell them something that we're not going to get to hear. All right, I'm going to save. Just a sec. I might trade this for the Nightingale.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex.
Something in my brain is telling me to do the Nightingale.
On the counter.
Tell them to welcome Alexander with open arms. Of course.
Selection.
I think the Nightingale.
That mechanical Nightingale looks intriguing.
That is Jafar. Oh, Jafar, yeah. Very similar. Although this came out, I think, before... Was this before Aladdin or after? No, this might have been after Aladdin.
Nightingale, and feel free to bring it back anytime.
I mean, the Disney Aladdin. I do think this was after. So, yeah, that could have been the big inspiration was, you know, Aladdin came out, so Sierra was going to capitalize on it. All right. I think if I'm wrong, if I'm right, chat, if I come back here, he's going to dump some stuff. He mentioned he needs to dump some things. Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
A nightingale perches on a high branch of the tree. She sings the most beautiful song Alexander has ever heard.
Let's see. Does he dump it? Yep, I was right. Oh, and the guy with the lamps is gone. Wait, what? What happened? Why'd he walk back? I didn't do that. Huh.
A large...
Right, let's get the stuff.
Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers.
Ooh.
A shattered crystal ball.
Dumpster diving. Hey, why not?
A fake thumb.
You used to find good stuff in the dumpster.
Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You never know when a small bottle will come in handy.
Yep. Okay, so it's a small, empty-looking bottle that says ink.
Alexander's carrying a little ink bottle. It appears to be empty.
Now, they said these were magic items. So, I mean, the first thing that goes through my head is, like, disappearing ink or something. Yeah, invisible ink, disappearing ink. Yeah, something along those lines. Oh, hello, there she is again.
The girl...
Can I talk to her now?
Yes, stepmother.
Oh.
The house and the stables are clean.
Oops, I skipped
Then
some
start
dialogue. Sorry about that.
polishing the silverware! Do I have to tell you everything?
Bruh, leave
Yes,
her alone.
stepmother. Right away.
Alexander is greeted with silence.
Well, okay, I can't use her. Okay. All right, I'm going this way so that I can use the magic map. There's a glitch up there that keeps popping up. I wonder what that's about. All right. Okay. Save. All right. Let's use the magic map.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Okay, so we are on the Isle of the Crown. There's the Isle of the Beast, Isle of Wonder, Isle of the Sacred Mountain. There is something there I could kind of see.
Nothing happens. Apparently, the map won't teleport its user anywhere except the other islands. It's a good thing, too. Alexander has had enough of ocean swimming lately.
Well, I didn't... Oh, you already realized that I've died a few times? Okay. All right, now I know bad things happen if you go to places... Okay, let me start by visiting them all just to see if there's anything on their beaches. Sensation. I just thought of something that might be from Cinderella. Yeah, I think it is based around Cinderella.
A string of letters floats in the water. The letters spell out, "Where are you going?" Alexander's heard of alphabet soup, but this is ridiculous.
All right, let me save this.
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep.
Oh.
I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
Oh, poor little thing.
One of the oysters is sitting up in bed and doesn't look very happy. He seems to be the only one who can't sleep. In the oyster's mouth, Alexander can see a glint of white.
Ooh, it's a pearl. All right. Okay, we know that book was putting us to sleep. Let's see if we can read him a math story. Y'all want us to read you a math story?
If you're having trouble sleeping,
I think the oyster actor did a lot of Disney stuff.
Hey,
DuckTales comes in. Yeah,
great.
You're right. That does sound really familiar, Twin Opinion. Oops. Oh, okay.
Yields a gilded minnow of precise measurements. 2,069 centidrills by
69 mentioned.
23.
Oh, why'd I do that?
6/7 puns, not punts, as might be expected. This is not to say, however, in any sense whatsoever, that deviations in mean temperature of 5 or 6 dregs or so.
Okay, here comes.
Alexander makes a grab for the pearl.
Did I get it? Yep, there we go.
Hey, you fixed my mouth. It feels great.
The little oyster drifts into peaceful slumber with the rest of his oyster friends.
Aw, how sweet. All right, let's save. Save early, save often. Let me see if I can get the letters without dying.
Alexander wades into the sea to get the strange object in the water.
Can I get it safely? Oh, no.
The ocean currents tug at Alexander's legs. That object is just a bit out of reach.
Do I have anything I can grab it with? Nope. All right. Well, that answers that. That's Minnie Mouse. Is it? It also sounds like, it does sound like maybe, yeah, it does. You're right. They probably did do Minnie Mouse at some point. All right. I'm going to save this because I know something bad's going to happen here, but let's see how much I can get through. She does other voices in the game too, does she?
Alexander hears someone coming.
Have a nice sleep, my shell friend. Russie Taylor or Russie Taylor. Interesting. Okay.
5 fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man, said he, with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If mad it be, then mad it dies.
Oh, you know, this creeps me out.
Old Tom Troll, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
Well, he's gonna smell me because I don't have anything to give him to. I don't have anything to give him to smell. Unless he wants to smell a stinky rabbit foot.
Holds the item out for the gnome with the
Yep.
stupendous
I'm glad
nose.
I saved.
My nose cannot be tricked that way. The smell of man still rules the day.
A man so fair knows, into the waiting sea he goes.
Well, thanks for playing. Well, just throw me already.
The gnomes toss Alexander too far out into the sea for him to get his footing.
Ah,
The
so they're
currents
gnomes.
drag him
All
under.
voiced by Don Messick. Are they Don Messick? Oh, wow. Sierra really went all out. For those of you who don't know who Don Messick is, Don Messick did a lot of your classic cartoons. He did the voice of Scooby-Doo. I hated those gnomes. The truth is, to an opinion, they're pretty frightening when you think about it.
Next.
Guess those gnomes couldn't reach a consensus.
No. Not when you think about it. Yeah. I don't know. When you see their portraits, yeah. All right, let's use the map. Nose guy isn't too bad, but the rest, yeah, a lot of them, yeah. I had a fever the first time I encountered them. I think it made me hate them more. Oh, I can imagine then. All right, here, let's use the map.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Let's whip out the magic map. Boom. Bad pun, yeah. Very bad. Okay, so that's the Isle of Wonder. Let's go to the Isle of the Beast.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
All right, let's save real quick. Let's give it a new number, too, because yeah. The ribbon just floated to the shore. Did it already? All right, then I'll go back there. I'll go back there soon enough.
Nearby, the stump of a fallen tree still spreads its roots to the sea. A pond lies across the path. The water boils as if over some magical flame.
Well, that's, not good.
To get to the lamp, Alexander must first cross the pond.
All right, well, let's try it. This won't end badly.
Alexander decides to brave the boiling pond.
This won't end horribly.
And soon realizes a deep sympathy for soup vegetables as he learns the true meaning of being
that's
in
an
a
awful
stew.
way to go, chat. That is an awful way to go.
Tickets only. Next.
It looks like Alex.
All right. Nothing there. Sierra characters don't do water well. No, they don't. Okay, there's nothing around here for me to grab.
If the tree stump is hiding anything.
No. All right. Oops. Like, I keep screwing that up. All right, let's use the map again,
Alexander
chat.
pulls out his...
He went the way of the boiled lobster. Yeah, let me see if I can get that ribbon that just floated ashore.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
If it still has. I bet it's back now where it was. Yeah. Yep, I can't do that yet. All right, fine. I can't get that yet.
Out his magic map.
So I gotta get something to, what a delicious way to go. I mean, if it wasn't for it being a human, it would be making me hungry. All right, let's go to the Sacred Mountain then.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Oh, and I do have the manual ready to go, a digital version I downloaded because this is where the copyright protection kicks in with the logic clips. You don't like long pork? Not like that. Okay, what do we got here?
There's an ugly flower growing near the base of the cliff.
Oh. Of course, a flower on a beach.
Alexander
that makes sense.
Picks the flower and is
there we go.
startled by its hideously strong skunk-like odor. For a moment, he can smell nothing else.
Okay, and let's get this. I was stuck at the cliffs for an embarrassing long time. I think I was too, if I remember right. For the nose guy, yep. Okay, before I even do this, I'm going back to the beach.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
I'm going back to the other one before we do the cliffs of logic. Let's see if we can trick the guys.
Sensation.
Rip, uh-oh. Am I missing one of them? Maybe I am. Maybe I might be missing I might be missing an object. We'll find out.
Alex.
Do-do-do. 5 fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man, said he, with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised.
That one with the ears is the creepy. The back two are the creepiest of all. The ears and the giant mouth. Ugh.
Do that which you do so well.
All right, let's use the flower. Yeah, ear dude is a lot. Yeah.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Tom Trow I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower.
Yeah, the nose one's not so bad.
More. Listen, hark you, Grovenor. Do your duty as you swore. With your ears, please tell us more.
Okay, let's try the nightingale because it's supposed to...
Alexander winds the tin nightingale.
It's supposed to sound almost like a real nightingale.
Monumental ears.
Fingers crossed. I don't know if this works. Of course, it doesn't hear me winding it up, apparently. Good grief. Man, that thing is shaking. That thing is vibrating, chat. The little dance, yeah.
A nose is not
It's funny
a
he doesn't hear you winding it up.
My
Yeah,
ears
no
cannot
kidding.
Be told a lie. A nightingale is all there be. No man is near, and so say me. Taste the rump that we might know whether friend or whether foe.
All right, taste time. Oh, the tongue. All right, let's give him the mint. Here, have a mint.
Alexander holds the mint out for the gnome with the gigantic mouth.
Grump knows a tasty treat.
It's a tasty treat.
What others bleat. No danger is this one so sweet.
Oh yeah, I recognize that as Don Messick. I recognize that then, especially.
Is it beast or is it man?
All right, so he wants to feel me up. Let's give him the, let's do the rabbit's foot.
Alexander holds the rabbit foot out for the gnome with the huge hands.
Amazing he only touches the tiny foot with his giant hands and doesn't touch any of the rest of me.
Behold, you mad? What aileth thee? A bunny can't trill merrily. A hare does not at all taste sweet. A rabbit here is all we greet.
All right, and this one with the eyes, I know the ink probably. A hare can taste sweet, skill issue. Yeah, I was about to say, I've never had rabbit meat, I don't think, but isn't it supposed to be sweet?
Alexander shakes the bottle and imagines he hears a faint
Okay, let's pick that and...
Alexander pours the contents of the empty-looking ink bottle over himself.
And we're gone.
By all that's beauteous, fair, and sightly, 4 morons do I sleep with nightly. There's nothing there at all, I say.
Yeah, morons.
Let's now away.
Yay! Yeah, I did it because that's one of the... I tell you, Silas Gurley, that's one of the things I really remember from playing this years ago. I don't remember a lot from the later parts of the game, but darn do I remember those gnomes. I remember those gnomes.
Alexander picks up the object floating in the water. It appears to be a string of letters. They say, "Where are you going?" Alexander decides to keep the odd sentence, even though it is incomplete.
Okay, we got an incomplete sentence. Let's save the game. And let's see what's this way. Oh, hello. GG. Thank you, Judd. All right, I'm going to save again.
The tail end of this island is a riotous scramble of books, sand, and a spider's web.
And...
wow. Hiya, gorgeous.
Hey, baby.
What a luscious-looking hunk of flesh you are.
Thank you, I guess.
No worries, the guards in Oblivion will make you serve the remnant of your sentence. That's true.
I'm Black Widow, of course. The femme fatale of all femme fatales. Know what I mean?
Sure. Can I buy you a drink?
I was just thinking it was time I found my 50th, another husband. It would be quite a horror. I mean, an honor to have me.
I mean, this is telegraphing once again that she's going to kill me.
Just look at my beautiful weaving. It's so light, so delicate. You'll never want to leave my little nest.
Actually, I just kind of want this thing.
It is a lovely web, but my heart is elsewhere, I'm afraid.
Oh,
let her tie you up.
I mean, the loss is yours. I'm sure you'll change your mind once you consider the advantages.
Advantages? What's this?
That scrap of paper blew into my web from those books over there. The wind just thinks it can deposit anything here.
Okay. Let me... Oh, I can't save it yet. All right.
Alexander reaches out to grab the scrap of parchment.
I know I'm going to get killed.
After my goods, are you? What a greedy little man you are.
Well...
Alexander feels the sharp prick of the Black Widow's teeth.
There we go.
A strange burning sensation.
Oops. Worth it. Yeah. Yep, worth it.
That's what you get for preferring that old scrap of paper to me.
Wait, this is the horror ending of Charlotte's Web. Yeah. What year is this game from? If I had to guess, Judd, I would say 94, 95.
Why do you think they call her a widow?
Let me see if it says. About King's Quest 6. 93, Judd. 92. Yeah, there you go, Silas Gurley. Thank you. 92, 93. So I'm guessing the CD-ROM must have been 93. Well, but it's version 1.0.
King's Quest 6. Air today, gone tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to tell me about
King's
it.
Quest 6 is the story of Prince Alexander's quest to woo Princess Cassima of the land of the Green Isles. This tale of true love and brave challenge.
I'm glad they narrated this. I wasn't expecting that.
By Roberta Williams and the King's Quest team. Written and designed by Roberta Williams, Jane Jensen.
Okay.
Produced by William Dees, directed, art design, composed text, senior team guidebook.
I didn't mean to do this.
Guidebook illustrated by
guidebook, yeah, because they expect you to buy. They want you to buy the hint book.
Additional artists, opening cartoon, cinematography, additional customers, special system.
Opening cartoon. They don't even call it a cutscene. Wow, how the times have changed. Jane Jensen also wrote for the Conan the Barbarian cartoon. Really? Oh wow. Honestly, I can't hate them for selling hint books. Get that bag. No, I agree. But man, but to advertise it with your game's credits, that's pretty bold. All right, here we go. Let's go back to this again. Let me skip her dialogue. Okay.
A thread is hanging from the otherwise tightly woven web.
I'm noticing that. Never mind, that was Christy Marks. Oh, was it? Oh, okay. I think Jane Jensen, if I'm right, Twin Opinion, I want to say she might have done Gabriel Knight. I think it was Gabriel Knight. I could be wrong.
Hey, don't touch that thread!
Or what? Haha.
Alexander snatches the scrap of parchment, curious to see what's written on it.
Love. Okay.
The wind blows the scrap of paper from Alexander's hand, but he remembers what it said well enough.
Love. Okay, fine. It says love. Got it.
There's no reason to touch that. The tail end of this island is a riotous scramble of books, sand, and a spider's web.
A lot of good women wrote at Sierra.
Piles of stacked books.
Yeah, because I'm thinking with the I'm pretty sure
haphazardly on the sandy ground.
Well, Quest for Glory and the Camelot series. She did Gabriel Knight, did she? Okay. Oh, hello.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize these books had an owner. I'm in need of a rare book.
No owner? All books have owners, my good man. And this book owner, bookworm to you, wouldn't part with one of his books for anything.
Not for anything?
Isn't there something I can do for you to pay for the book?
Let's see. Do you have an itinerant clause?
No. No clauses at all, I'm afraid.
As an exception, you always should.
Okay. That mouse is creepy looking.
Don't mind oxymoron and diphthong. They're fairly limited grammatical principles, you know. Let's see. A marsh pig that does Texas?
No, I don't have one of those.
No. I'm afraid not.
A dangling participle?
I'm fresh out.
A
something angle of the dangle something what?
No, I don't think so. Sorry.
I've got an incomplete
perhaps?
I got an incomplete sentence.
Right not.
Ha! Then what good are you?
There's no reason to use that on a pile of books.
Okay, I guess that's not what I do. Okay. Someone needs to verb this guy. All right, let's go the other direction, chat. Well, let's save first. Save early, save often once again.
A mushy swamp lies just off the path. It doesn't look like very good swimming. Milkweed thrives near the mucky swamp. Small bottles filled with milk grow on it like fruit.
That's cute.
A mushy...
I love this screen. Oh, yeah. It is, you can see... I mean, you can see obviously that there, the stick in the mud there. You can see the bump on the log there, the dog in the tree. What's this?
A large tree stretches knotted limbs out over the swamp. Part of the tree's trunk is shaped
good night,
like the
Judd.
face of a dog.
Thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest.
A dogwood tree.
All right. Let's get let's get one of these milk bottles.
Alexander takes a bottle of milk from the milkweed bush. Apparently, the dogwood tree doesn't like Alexander standing that close.
Let me try to grab this.
Yuck. Alexander doesn't want to put his bare hands in that oozy swamp.
Okay, do I have anything to put in it? No, I don't want to put the milk in it.
The fallen log has a good-sized knot. That bump on the log does not look particularly conversational to Alexander.
All right.
Alexander sees no point in trying to talk to that stick in the swamp.
Okay. As opposed to a stick in the mud, it's just a stick in the swamp. What about that? Is that something there?
Alexander considers climbing the tree.
Oh, never mind. Back, changed your mind.
And
okay.
Quickly changes his mind.
Okay, ooh. All right, what do we have here?
Alexander takes a close look at the tomato in the ground. It appears to be darker than those on the vines.
Then what good are you? I'm a humanitarian. I feed the hungry such as that spider on the web over there. And I just happened to find some fresh green food for it. Yeah.
Definitely rotten.
Oh, okay, so that's a rotten tomato.
Good day, tomato vines.
Good morning.
Aw.
Good day, tomato.
Good morning.
And what's this, baby's breath?
Hello. Aren't you a bunch of fine-looking young plants?
Goo-goo-gaga.
Apparently, the baby's tears haven't learned
Baby's
to
tears,
talk yet.
okay.
Is that lettuce growing in the garden? It looks a little chilled. Why?
Okay. Oh, I skipped it. It said iceberg lettuce. Okay, let me see if I can grab him.
Hey, what do you think you're doing there? Get your hands off me! Hey!
Well, you're a rotten tomato.
Alexander picks up rotten tomato and puts him away. One never knows when one will need a rotten tomato.
Fair enough.
Alexander picks a head of iceberg lettuce.
Okay.
Ye gads! Is that
so,
cold?
husband number 50, you wouldn't mind sharing a book with me, right? Yeah. Okay, what's this, a table?
To the right of the path is a little coffee table.
Okay. I'd rather a rotten tomato than the rotten fish Graham grabs in King's Quest V. Yeah.
Alexander is too far away from home to think about taking furniture back with him.
But why not? Furniture's expensive.
A colorful array of snapdragons stand guard to one side of the path.
Greetings, ladies. How charming you look today.
The wallflowers are too shy to talk to Alexander.
Wallflowers.
Good day, snapdragons.
The snapdragons don't seem inclined to communicate with anyone. There appears to be a hole in the garden wall. Through the hole in the wall, Alexander sees a land that resembles a giant chessboard. Wow, it really is a hole in the wall.
Insert fish smacking emoji here, yeah. Ah.
Zounds, those wallflowers sure are
Peeping
shy,
Tom, yeah.
And the snapdragons are awfully protective of them. Alexander can't even get close to the wallflowers without causing quite a stir.
Well, I don't want to get to the wallflowers. I want to get him. Let's see if I could just get him.
Alexander decides to pick up the hole in the wall. A hole in the wall could be a very useful thing.
No kidding. Indeed it could. Come on, please pick it up.
Alexander startled the poor thing. It's run off to hide behind the wallflowers.
Well, there we go.
Greetings, ladies.
The wallflowers are too shy.
Okay, so it won't let me grab it like that. What about this? Can I grab him from... Oh, they're protecting it. Darn. Okay.
The wallflowers, overcome with shyness at Alexander's approach, cluster together and cover the hole in the wall. Alexander can't get it.
All right. Let's try the door.
Excuse me. What land lies beyond?
What land?
It's chess.
Chessboard land, you knave.
I see.
I'm a
And
knave.
is chessboard land part of the land of the Green Isles?
It is the home of the red and white queens, rulers of the Isle of Wonder, fairest of the islands that owe loyalty to the king of the land of the Green Isles.
Ah, but the king is...
perhaps not for long.
The king's dead.
What do you mean?
What is the purpose of unity with the great king and queen dead?
Matt the
princess
knave,
is
yes.
worth serving, but the feud with the other isles is strong.
I've been called worse. Oh, there we go.
I must insist, Your Highness. I shall send a lump of coal to the Vizier and the Princess as a present for their wedding. And
yes, send them a lump of coal for a present.
And I suppose you'll leave me with only this stupid spoiled egg to send, Your Highness. I want to impress the new king and queen of the realm as much as you do. As queen of this island, I have every right to that lump of coal.
Spoiled egg and a lump of coal.
The lump of coal
Hydration break. If you got a drink, take a
Therefore,
drink.
I shall do as I please with it. Besides, there's nothing wrong with that spoiled egg.
The egg, though delightfully spoiled, is not nearly so valuable as the lump of coal, and you know it. Your Highness always got to carry the singing stone. It's not fair that you get the coal, too.
Okay.
That doesn't count. The singing stone was stolen by that horrid beast. I should get to keep the coal just because my stone was stolen.
Okay, so the singing stone...
Your stone! It belonged to the Isle of Wonder treasury. Your Highness always thinks that everything is hers.
Excuse me, my good man, but could you settle an argument for us?
Which of us should get to carry the coal and which the egg? Remember, white is the color of deserving truth and virtue.
They're both horrible gifts, yeah.
Quiet, Your
They're
Highness.
both things. I mean, I can think of people I'd send them to, but yeah.
I, for one, shall be more proper.
I heard this area in particular had a bunch of cut content. It got cut down to just this. That's too bad.
I'm sorry, Your
You know,
Majesties.
I don't doubt that, though, because
I'm
it feels
partial
like
to
there's
both
not as
red
much going
and
on.
white. But I'm afraid that I don't know how to solve your problem. One of you will just have to be gracious and allow the other the lump of coal.
What a ridiculously stupid idea.
Quite ludicrous.
He was a lot of help, wasn't he?
Oh, yes.
I
Obviously a man of high intelligence.
Well, at least I'm getting something.
The
They
lump
dropped a
of coal
scarf.
goes much better with my gown anyway. Black and red are imperial colors.
Fair point. Well, but white and black go together, too.
That's the silliest thing I ever heard. Red does not go with anything, being much too self-conscious. White is the perfect accompaniment to any color.
Huh. Oakley dokley. Let's get that little bit of... Let's get whatever this is.
Alexander picks up the Red Queen's scarf.
All right, so we got a scarf. Okay, so let's take a look, chat, at what we have. I don't like chess. I like it, but I'm terrible at it. That's my problem. What about the chair?
Alexander
Can I
would
use the
love
chair?
to sit a spell, but he's a tad busy at the moment.
What about the, Oh, is that our A melting?
Alexander is carrying what little room the lettuce is rapidly melting.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then let me pick up another
Alexander
one because I know where
replaces
to...
his watery lettuce with a freshly picked specimen.
I know what I need to do with the lettuce, chat. I need to get back to that Isle of the Beast.
Ye gads! Is that cold?
I need to get back to that Isle of the Beast and throw it into that pond that was boiling, I think, before it melts. So let's get out of here real quick. Yeah, it's timed. That's one thing about Sierra games. They sure love the timed events things. Okay, and use the map.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Whip out the map. Ka-ching. And where are we going? Isle of the
Alexander
Beast.
feels a strange pulling sensation.
Oh, hello. All right, well. Before I deal with you, bruh, let me go put the ice in the water. And I recognize that music. That was the same music as the books.
Hoping to cool down the boiling pond, Alexander throws in a head of iceberg lettuce. The pond's water slowly stops boiling, cooled by the ice. It still looks hot, but bearable.
All right, well, I'm going to come back to that. Let's go back to where this dude was.
There's an odd little creature dangling from that tree branch.
Okay, let's talk to it.
Hello, friend. Aren't you an odd-looking little fellow?
I'm not odd-looking, you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you could speak.
Speak not. Funny is, speech I am and nothing but.
Huh. This is one weird little dude, yeah? Can I pick him up? Well, I better save. Because who knows, I might get myself killed just trying to touch him.
Won't you come down?
Come down? Why for? No, you I do not.
Okay, let's try this.
Alexander holds the sentence out to the creature.
This sentence seems in need of an ending. Perhaps you could finish it?
Where are you going? Where are you going? Know what I do? Where are you going to? Like you I do. Go I with you?
Oh, whoa, yeah, just shove it down your shirt. Everything's cool.
Well, that was certainly interesting. It looks like Alexander now has a passenger.
Okay, now I know we gotta take that guy back to the books. Just putting him in your shirt. Yeah, as one does with little animals. Nothing yet. Remember that, chat. If you encounter a squirrel or a kitten or, you know, anything that might have little sharp teeth or claws, it's perfectly safe to stuff it down your shirt. They like that. Don't know what it is or where it's been. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I don't want to go back to the book place yet. Let's start here. And let's see if I could get to the...
Alexander decides to brave the steaming pond.
Ouch! Ow! Ooh, 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 ouch!
The pond is no longer boiling, but it's hardly bathwater.
Well, good. Well, at least that worked.
Alexander takes the old hunter's lamp from the tree.
Okay, let's save again. I just want to do something real quick. Let's see if this works.
Alexander rubs the lamp, but nothing happens.
Oh, darn. Okay.
As Alexander continues down the path, he gets the strange feeling that he's being watched.
Oh boy, gold eyes again.
Come on over here and see what I'm doing with these flowers. Never mind that stone fella on top of the gate. He won't hurt you any. He's just there to scare you.
Okay. That doesn't sound sus. Not at all.
The path through the woods runs through a gated wall here. 2 stone statues. A man tends to a small garden plot on the other side of the wall.
Okay, what's this, though?
Alexander picks up the brick.
Okay, the brick? What did I miss? Oh, nothing. Nothing really. We got a little creature and we got across the pond. And I'm about to get killed. Oh, right through the head.
Gotcha this time.
Gonna get the best part, yeah. Shot through the head.
Tickets only. Next.
Little jump when you died. Yeah, he was definitely content about that. All right, so I can't do that. I love that scream is an edited Graham scream. Is it? Okay, I didn't pay enough attention.
You aren't gonna listen to me, are you? Well, we'll just see about that.
That's odd. The gardener just disappeared.
All right, so I can't do anything there just yet. Because I'm going to need something to block that guy's the arrow. And I don't have anything here I don't think that would do it.
Small speckles of sand stand out against the otherwise gray brick.
Okay. So it's just a brick. Got it. And down there's the rotten tomato. Narrator is not taking him poofing away seriously enough. Yeah. All right. Let's use the map, chat. Let's go give that guy the creature.
Magic map.
Let's go take that little creature back to the library guy.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
And then I'm going to go back to the Isle of the Crown and see if I could do something with that, pearl. Because I know I need to give back. I need to get back from that. I need to get my signet ring back.
Do you have anything interesting yet?
Yeah.
A regular abnormality?
That thing, that little flesh-colored mouse is so creepy.
Let me see what I have.
I know I already said that, but I still... Ugh. Let's try this.
I found this little fellow lost on another island.
Coming home I am too.
There
I am now
you
too.
are, you naughty boy. I told you not to leave the island.
Glad I am seeing you too.
A most solemn celebration.
I don't get all the English jokes.
So, you found my dangling participle. I suppose I'll have to give you something. Let's see now. Was it a rare book you wanted?
Indeed, yes, rare book.
Well, then none of these will do. They've been sitting in the sun far too long and must be well cooked by now.
Something is going on with my ring light, chat. It keeps like flickering up and down. Maybe it's the USB port I've got plugged into.
Thanks.
All right, what do we have? What's the book?
Alexander is carrying a rare book from the bookworm. The words in the binding are very faint. The something something riddle book.
Okay, the something something riddle book. Got it.
Alexander opens the rare book and looks inside. The book contains riddles and has a page missing. Alexander glances at a few of the conundrums, but finds himself more curious about the one that is missing.
Oh!
What was the riddle, he wonders? More importantly, what was the answer?
Oh, well, we know what the answer was, chat, because if you look at that pattern, that's the same as that page we found where the answer was love. Okay. Okay. Sounds like a Star Wars changer. Yoda. Yeah, it does sound like Yoda. The way he talks, the sentence structure, yeah, I agree.
Alexander
definitely got a Yoda sound to it.
Map.
Definitely got the sentence structure of Yoda.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Speaking of which, did you know, I mentioned this on another stream at some point, but Frank Oz, the director and actor who played Yoda, and who did Miss Piggy and all sorts of stuff with the Muppet movies, he is banned from the Disney backlot. I guess he spoke out against some of the stuff that Disney had been doing with, I don't know if it was with Star Wars or with some of the Muppet things, and Disney just won't even let him onto the lot. They won't allow the Hensons to use him for any Muppet things. They won't allow him to do any Star Wars stuff as Yoda. Disney got rid of a lot of the old guard, yeah. But Frank Oz, that's a big one to get rid of. All right, so we've got a rare book. Let's go to the pawn shop first. That old lamps for new guy is gone. Oh, hello.
Your candy dish is empty.
Well, yeah. You keep eating it.
I am sorry, sir, but I have no more mints. Somebody has eaten them all.
Yeah, I can't imagine
get
who.
Some more, then.
Award-winning actor, director, producer, why listen to Oz? Yeah, exactly, I know.
I fear that is impossible. Without the ferry, I can no longer get imports from the other islands, and we do not grow mint extract on the Isle of the Crown.
Mint extract, got it.
Not getting what I want.
Okay.
How fare you, good merchant?
A man my age can only thank the heavens for continued strength, young sire.
All right, let me save first chat. And let me,
I found this
give him
large
the pearl. There.
Might it be valuable enough to ransom back my family ring?
I have never seen such a perfect pearl.
Well, I got it from a
Certainly you can have
talking
your ring
clam, as one does.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't sell it. I'm a bit attached to it, I'm afraid.
Of course you are. You would be cold-hearted if you felt any differently. I am happy to see a family heirloom back with its rightful owner.
All right. I think Frank Oz direct Little Shop of Horrors. Yes, he did. He did direct Little Shop of Horrors. He did.
Hello. I will be right up. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, first things first. Who's this guy with the nifty shoes?
Good day, sir. Is there anything you can tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I'm sorry, but I have no time for idle conversation. I'm too worried about the princess.
Okay, well, I've got my ring back. Maybe I can show that to him.
Determined to learn more about the strange man's relationship with the princess, Alexander shows the man his insignia ring and formally introduces himself.
Little Shop of Horrors is great. Both versions of it, too. I just finally got around to seeing the director's cut of that recently.
I appreciate the offer of the ring, Alexander.
With the alternate ending with the plants destroying the world.
Daventry? Where have I heard of Daventry? Flying flit mice. You must be Prince Alexander. Cosima told me about you when she arrived home. How came you here?
Why, by a ship
I got
now wrecked
shipwrecked
upon the sand. But you know Cosima? She truly
I thought you were talking about finally getting around to the Corman one. No, but I have seen the Corman one, Silas Gurley.
To me. The Prince Alexander.
I have seen it.
I'm afraid that was before she was told about her parents' deaths.
Yeah, when they finished talking. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna be honest, it's rough. It was a bit tough to get through. It's an interesting movie because Corman made, I don't know if you know the history of it, Silas Gurley, but Roger Corman made it as part of a bet. It was something where someone bet him he couldn't make a movie in 3 days, and he took the bet, and he shot all of Little Shop of Horrors in just 3 days. I mean, it's a Corman movie. I don't expect much. Yeah, but it's one of those that the story idea is certainly... it's a good thing it led to the Frank Oz one. Frank Oz is the voice of Miss Piggy. Was, definitely. I gotta say was, because Disney won't let him do it anymore. I love Corman, but very hit or miss. Yeah, and Little Shop of Horrors, to me, I expected more, because that one you hear about all the time. I expected a lot more of that one than what we got. Now, the one Corman movie, even though he didn't direct it, he produced it, which I think is much better than its reputation, is the unreleased Fantastic Four movie from 1994. The budget is bad. It's got some really bad, I mean, the effects are, not bad. But the costume for the Thing is really, I think is really good. The music is phenomenal. And they got the characters right. It's not a great movie, but the characters are right. Much more than any of the modern Marvel stuff. The heart is there. Is the way I would put it. If you ever get a chance to see the Corman Fantastic Four that was never released.
You see, she arrived home a few weeks too late. The king and queen thought they'd never see her again. It is said they died of heartbreak. I'm afraid she's
hydration break.
What a terrible homecoming. If we had only known.
If we had only known, we would have kept her with us and never let her go home.
Everyone in the kingdom seems to despair with her these days. The streets are silent.
Where is she now?
The princess is sequestered in mourning. It's a rather dated tradition, and not required, but the Wazir says she insisted out of respect.
I see. You've yet to say who you are, and how you know the princess.
I? Oh, pardon me. My name is Jalo. I am clown to the royal court. And
oh, good, a clown.
Casima's parents,
Yay!
King Caliphim and Queen Alaria. Oh, those were the happy days. The pair of them were so full of joy and life, so in love. And Casima's birth. It would be hard to explain how long they had waited, how they had hoped for a child. I mean, she was such a charming little thing, smart as a whip, kind and sweet. Oh, she means everything to this kingdom, Alexander, and to me. I'm so terribly worried about her.
About her grief over her parents, you mean?
Well, the truth is, I do not trust the Wazir or his plans for Casima. I'm still living at the Castle of the Crown as court clown, his clown. But it is more to keep my ear to the ground than out of royalty. I wish I knew what the princess thinks these days. If only I could find Sing Sing, Casima's pet nightingale. I might be able to send the princess a message. As it is, I must wait for the end of her seclusion.
What can you tell me about the Wazir?
The Wazir?
We don't like clowns. I mean, some of them freak me out. I don't dislike all of them, but I'll go ahead and go along with the clown terrifying meme.
By his knowledge and his fine-sounding ideas.
I saw Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I know what's up.
King to trust him with the minor problems of daily government. You see, Caliphim had a wife and a new daughter he wanted to spend
Killer Clowns
time
from Outer
with.
Space, great movie.
Hazred became Wazir.
My dad worked as a clown, so they don't terrify me. Really, did he? Oh, wow.
Casima ever since she was a young girl.
That's kind of awesome that you got to grow up in that sort of environment. Nifty.
You think he means to harm her?
Oh,
the truth is they don't terrify me.
I think he'd
I lean into the meme for, you know,
whatever his plans for the
this
princess,
and whatnot, but they've never
use her to his best advantage.
Never bothered me.
That's his way.
Perhaps he has charmed her. Perhaps she cares for him now.
The Wazir is capable of anything.
I only did it for the fair occasion. It was a permanent job. Gotcha, got us. Still, that's awesome.
She has
now dolls, on the other hand. Oh yeah.
Has a good head on the
that I can agree with you for sure. Killer Clowns is cheeky fun. Yeah.
Now I must return to the castle. Look, I don't want to
arouse lot of fun suspicion. That movie.
I'll try to meet you here again later.
Thank you for the information, Jalo. Be very careful.
Okay, so he wants the Nightingale. Maybe I could catch the Nightingale. I gotta say, Benson's performance as Alexander's really good. He really does nail coming across as a very noble, sincere guy, but doesn't cross into annoying, goody, little two-shoes territory. No, totally. Watching both Puppet Master and Chucky as a kid. I didn't see Chucky until later in life. Puppet Master, I want to say I was younger when I first saw those. Did you never see it? Just curious. What, Killer Clowns? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely saw Killer Clowns. I love that movie. Okay, so let me give him the rare book. I know some rodeo clowns also. When I was somewhere around 4 or 6 years old for Halloween, I went as a clown. Oh, nice, nice. Man, rodeo clowns, you talk about the unsung heroes of rodeo. Because the whole point of them, unless I'm mistaken, the whole point of them is to distract when something bad happens in a lot of cases. That they're there, sort of, they're almost like the added security guards to an extent. And a lot of times they're former Bronco busters. They draw bull aggro. Yeah.
I found this rare book, and I thought of your offer.
It's missing one page.
Oh, it is a wonderful riddle book. Riddles are much more marketable than spells these days. I guess people believe more in mirth than in magic. Here is the spell book you wanted, and a fair trade it is, I must say. Enjoy it.
I certainly hope so.
Oh, yeah.
We shall see how rusty my spellcasting truly is.
Rodeo clowns are great bait, yeah. In a way, that to me, that would be the scariest job of all. All right, let's take a look at this book.
Alexander is carrying a book from the bookshop. The cover says, Ye Old Spell Book.
They should be a class in an RPG.
Alexander.
Yeah. If they could find a way to do that, yeah. Okay, magic paint spell. What do we got?
This is the first page.
Okay, what else? Make rain spell. Few drops of salt water, not from the sea. Okay. 1 vial of sacred water. Okay. And falling water. Salt waters in teapot. Oh, okay. Well, I got a pot. Of course, they also entertain. They have many useful skills and definitely are not paid enough, but they definitely are worth it on my eyes and my experience. Yeah. Have I seen it? Yeah, I saw the modern one. I wasn't a big fan. I never saw the sequel. As for the original version with Tim Curry, I've never seen it other than clips. Worth it in my eyes. Yeah, I got it, Daylin. I gotcha. Okay, make rain. Charming creature of the night spell. 1 skull full of hot oak embers. Okay. Bit of sulfur, brimstone, strand of pure-hearted maiden's hair. Add hair and brimstone to skull of okay. No, you're good, Judd. You're good. All right. Let's see if the lamp guy is out there because I want to soft lock it. Oh darn it, he's not. I don't know what happened to him. Because I remember you can give him the teapot. Let's try this.
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground.
Slight discrepancy when I send a message and its appearance in chat. Yeah, I've got it on the ultra low latency, but it still happens. Alexander also has to collect ingredients to cast spells in King's Quest 3. It's also the copyright protection. I know he had to do spells because he's the prisoner of that wizard in the 3rd one. That doesn't surprise me with the copyright protection, though.
The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad.
Okay. Can I pick up the bird?
Nightingale
I guess
seems
not.
Interested in Alexander, she would never allow him close enough to grab her.
Can I give her the ring? All right, let me save this. This might be a mistake. I might soft lock it. Okay, I don't want to do that because I'm thinking, chat. I'm thinking if I give it the ring, it's going to. Oh, what's this? Hold on.
Alexander doesn't remember that sign being on the wall before. He decides to take a closer look.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
It's a proclamation. It reads, "Citizens rejoice," announcing the royal wedding and coronation of Wazir Abdul al-Hazred and Princess Kasima. For reasons of security, the wedding will not be open to the public. Long live the new king and queen of the land of the Green Isles.
Yep, that's what he's doing.
Alexander
he's taking
feels
over.
His stomach turn at the thought of the dread event. If he doesn't do something soon, Kasima will be another man's wife.
Okay. Can I take it?
Alexander.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can do anything with this,
The young sir. The girl is too far.
Darn it, I can't get... Alright, I don't know what it is that I need to do with her. I don't know what it is, chat. It must not be yet. I know eventually we're going to be getting to a point too. I've said before, yeah, it's not yet. Okay. I know eventually, chat, we're going to be getting to a point where I have to, where I'm going to be going through a maze, and I'll have to pull up a map for that, because I'm not going to draw it out as we go. All right, let's use the map. Speaking of maps, let's use this map, and we will probably play tonight until 1. I don't want to go too late. So let's... Oh, the map was up there.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
All right, I want to go first back to the Isle of Wonder. I keep thinking, what should I give those... No, I'm going to do the Sacred Mountain. We haven't done the Cliffs of Logic yet. Let's do the Cliffs of Logic. Let's do the copyright protection, chat. I know the beginning, and I know the last one. I know the first one's is Rise, and the last one is Ascend.
There appears to be something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander decides to get closer.
Ignorance kills, wisdom elevates. R-I-S.
Huge blocks of stone erupt from the granite cliffs.
Another man's wife, no issue there.
Alexander
we have the desk facing the bed, and we have it's a company chair. Oh dear.
If indeed, it is a welcome.
Oh dear. Okay, let me save this because I know I'm going to fall and break my neck.
The steps cannot be moved. The step.
Okay, fine.
The steps.
All right, so fine. I have to just... I know I have to do each one. And I can always do this, too.
Oh, no. Alexander loses his balance.
Oh, no. Broken neck.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, I guess not.
Hey.
Darn it. I thought I was going to kill him. Guess not. Gotta wait until we get higher. I want some more cheap deaths like we got in King's Quest V, chat. Like now. Sorry, just had to do it.
Tickets only. Next.
That wasn't a very logical step.
Nope. Okay. Let's try this again. Ooh, I should have... Darn it, I'm stupid. Chat, I am stupid. Okay, I do know I need the tinderbox. Let me use the map. I'm going to need the tinderbox, I think. So let's go back to the Isle of the Crown.
A strange pulling sensation.
And let's get the yeah, I need a tinderbox. You can have the box. I already have the app. Nice.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Hey, buddy. Let me go ahead and give you the nightingale.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
I know I need the flute eventually. For now, I'm going to get the tinderbox.
Take the tinderbox.
Very good, Prince Alex. Enjoy your tinderbox and bring it back anytime.
Thank you.
I need that hole in the wall, though, too. I shouldn't have done that because I probably need to get the hole in the wall first. Oh, that's what I need to do. Chat, I got it. I got it. Music soothes the savage beasts or something.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Here's what we're going to do, chat. Here is what we're going to do. We're going to give him back the tinderbox because we are really bad shoppers and we can't make up our minds.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
And we're going to get the flute.
Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
We are going to get the flute.
I'll take the flute.
The flute? Very good, Prince Alex. May its music always be sweet. Feel free to trade it back at any time.
Thank you.
Okay, we got the flute. So before we go back to the Cliffs of Logic, chat, I want to go back to the Isle of Wonder real quick. I want to go back to the Isle of Wonder. Because I think I can get the hole in the wall. I think I can get the hole in the wall, chat.
Alexander pulls.
Okay, let's take a look. Isle of Wonder.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
If my memory isn't as fuzzy as I think as it usually is, especially at the start of stream, because you all know my memory is amazing at the start of stream. And I want to talk to the chess pieces again, too. All right, here. I think if I play some... Ooh, hello.
An elegant padded chair provides a cushy seat from...
What the heck is this? There's something on the chair. That wasn't there earlier.
Alexander takes the teacup.
Oh.
The little china teacup is made of fine porcelain.
Okay, porcelain.
The teacup is empty.
Okay, I bet I use that to get some of that swamp stuff. All right, let's use the flute.
Would you lovely flowers be interested in this?
Oh.
Guess not.
Maybe I just use it on him? Oh, okay, there. Yeah, use it on yourself.
May I have this dance?
Oh, my!
Do 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 do. Hooray for MIDI music!
Alexander stops playing the flute, but the wallflowers and snapdragons continue to dance.
I wish the tomatoes would have started singing along, chat.
Everything around them.
That's what was missing, was everything else needed to start singing along.
While the wallflowers dance, Alexander snatches the hole in the wall.
All right, let's go in here. I want to see if I can talk to these chess pieces now that I've got the Daventry ring. Not the flower.
Alexander is...
Would you have any interest in this?
No, we knights neither carry nor own anything whatsoever.
Oh.
Quite
okay.
so. It only bogs us down. Mobility, that's the key.
Okay, never mind.
Can I pass into your fair land?
Heavens, no! No humans allowed in chessboard land. Never have been, never will be.
What about you? Can I talk to you?
Can I pass into your fair land?
Heavens, no! No humans...
Can I just try walking? Oh, guess not.
Checkmate! Only chess pieces allowed in chessboard land.
Well, I'm a
That's
well,
right.
That's true.
Humans
there isn't
aren't allowed
a
in
prince
and
on the
never will be.
chessboard.
Stay out!
Okay, fine. Okay, so never mind that. By the way, anyone who's currently lurking, thank you for lurking. If you've been VOD watching, thank you for doing so. Really appreciate it. And if you're actively watching, thank you for doing so. Just a reminder, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we're going to be trying Floppy Disk Friday with the, with Jill of the Jungle. Okay, was there something in the book? Let me just take a double look at the look-see at the magic book.
Alexander.
Was there anything that said swamp ooze? Oh yeah, swamp ooze, magic paint. Okay. Here we go, teacup. Let's get some swamp ooze, I think. I think it's swamp ooze.
What do you think you're doing?
You startled me. I was just getting some swamp ooze.
Well, you certainly won't get it there!
Okay.
That's not swamp ooze! That's swamp slime!
Okay, what's swamp ooze?
He's right, you know. But he could be a little nicer about telling you. He's not a very pleasant stick in the mud.
Nobody asked you! Be quiet!
Oh, the trials of being a mere bump on a log.
Perhaps you could toss me some swamp ooze, since you seem to be able to recognize it. I can only reach this bit by the path.
Well, hoity-toity, look who's Mr. Wants So Much! You think I got a job here passing around precious swamp matter? You should
precious
be so lucky.
swamp matter. It is precious.
An utter waste of oxygen. I'd save my breath if I were you.
Okay, and what do you have to say?
Who are you?
I'm Bump on a Log, and that's my brother, Stick in the Mud. We've had this thing about each other ever since our childhood. Mom always liked me best.
I remember my mom not finding this stick as funny as us children did.
He's a bit lazy,
nice.
you see.
He's got the only swamp ooze in the swamp right
I have a good idea, but I'm just going to say play chess if you win.
Hardly.
They said it's okay.
He tried to brain
well,
you
if
with
they
it
let
more
me,
than
but they
likely.
won't let me.
His temper.
Maybe that was originally planned, something like that.
And that on yours truly. Oh, like you've moved at all in the last century.
He's so sassy.
Like
hey, welcome back,
Mr.
Kimmy.
Physical
Welcome back.
Activity. Just because I can't reach anything, he thinks he can throw gushy swamp matter
There's
at
a
me
lot
and
of
just say
dialogue
whatever
in
he
this.
likes. If only I could turn the tables on that heckler, he might learn some respect. But as you can see, I'm a mere bump on a log and must be content
Yes, welcome
with my
back.
lot. Oh, shut up! You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn even if you had something to throw. Just shut up!
Wow.
You see how he is?
Man, bro likes to yell. Bro likes to yell.
Is there anything I can do to make peace between you two? You are brothers, after all.
He needs a
peace
good
is
thrashing,
overrated.
I expect. However, since you cannot go into the swamp, nor can I fight back, he will simply have to be born. Such is the life of a bump on a log.
Definitely not Mom's favorite. No, definitely. Okay, let's see. Maybe the tomato? Ah,
I thought this might come in handy
Rotten
the next
tomato.
time your brother starts picking on you.
Aha! Finally, old Bump on the Log's not so defenseless, is he?
Hydration break. If you got a drink, take a drink.
Watch the pulp, would you? Now, Bumpy, remember all I've given you.
Given you?
The only thing you've ever given me is mud. Take this. No! Not into the swamp!
Oh boy, the poor tomato. That poor tomato. It's alive, it's screaming for its life, and he's about to throw it and... Oh, well...
Hey, okay, I give up. Geez, sorry. Well, I guess it's not very pleasant having things thrown at you. I'm sorry. You mean it?
They learned their lesson.
Brother.
It's just like Sesame Street or something.
Brother.
Stick in the mud and Bump on a Log, exhausted from the battle, immediately doze off into naps.
Oh, in other words, we can't talk to him anymore.
Lazy, decides to join them.
Okay. Let me get the swamp gunk. Because that's what we were after.
Alexander fills the teacup with the swamp ooze.
Yay, it's just what I've always wanted. Yum, yum. Okay, what all do I have? I've got the map. I've got the book. I've got a brick, which I don't know what it's for. I've got a feather, which I don't remember what the feather's for right off, except to be maybe to write something. Tomato knows how life is, yeah. Okay, I've got the other book. I've got a scarf. I've got the flute. I've got the ring of Daventry. We've got the teapot, and we've got a jar of milk. Okay. All right. Let us... Yeah, Tomato knows how life is. Yep. Yep. Totally unfair. All right. So let's go back to... I want to go back to the Isle... Nah. I want to go back to the Isle of the Crown real quick.
Map.
And I want to see if I can send the Daventry ring with the tomato. I mean, not with the tomato, with the nightingale. Still thinking about the tomato. All right, so let's go back to the Isle of the Crown.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
And I'm going to save before I do, just in case I soft lock myself by doing this. Since Sierra Games love to soft lock you, although I don't remember this one soft locking me as much. King's Quest V was bad about it. I don't remember this one really being easy to soft lock. Better design on King's Quest VI. All right, let's save. Let's do it a brand new one. Okay. And let's see. Can I give it the ring? Yep. Okay. It chimed,
Alexander holds out his insignia ring to the nightingale, hoping she perhaps is the nightingale that Giallo spoke of, and that she might be able to take the ring to Cosima. The ring is the one thing he has that might alert Cosima to his presence on the Isles.
Okay. Question, I'm curious, can you get the tomato back, or is it an anchored death? Yeah, it's an anchored death. You can't get it back. It's tossed into the mud, and it's technically not dead. It just goes to sleep with the rest of them. But it won't have a very fine life. If you play the flute, is a bird going to fly you away, or a horse approach you at your location? No, this is not Zelda. Sorry. Okay. That sounded more like a snake.
Grabs the ring. She flies off towards the castle.
Oh, there is a snake up there.
Cosima.
Oh, then it had a glistening golden eye. It must be the genie thing guy magician again.
A gold ring? Sing Sing, where did you get this? Realm of Daventry. But this is Alexander's
Neither Star Tropics,
ring.
no.
Oh, my soul. He must be here. Sing Sing, I wish you could tell me what you've seen. Is he really here then? On this very island?
This very island.
If only I could leave this castle as easily as you. Take this ribbon, Sing Sing. If you know where he is, return it to him. Please be careful, Alexander. It is so dangerous, and yet I could not wish you away.
Okay, so we got a ribbon. Nice.
The little bird makes a delivery. It's a red velvet hair ribbon. Could it be? Could it possibly belong to Cosima herself?
Yeah, but he took your ring.
Am I merely
that
wishing
kind of
it
sucks.
was so? Oh.
All right, let me go back here. I do want to get the tinder box, because I think I'll need the tinder box. And let me go into the bookstore, too, and talk to that Giallo again. David Romick Jr., I recall soft... welcome in, David. Welcome in. I recall soft locking in King's Quest VI when I missed a key I needed a long time later. Okay, I'll keep my eye out for that then. Now that I think about it, I think there is a way to soft lock if you go... I know that if you go into... Because there's eventually a labyrinth with a Minotaur, if I remember. If I remember correctly, if you get in there, you can get soft locked. But welcome in, David. Welcome in. All right, let's give him the flute. Cat invasion.
Would you
welcome
mind
in,
if I
Fumi. Welcome in. Welcome in, Lucky Luck.
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange.
Thank you.
For the
Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders.
Looks closely at the
for those of you who don't know me, I am Madamus, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator. Tonight we are playing King's Quest VI, an old point-and-click game. But welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? What did you stream tonight, Fumi? Take the tinder box.
I believe I'll take the tinder box.
Very good, Prince Alex.
Let me look
Enjoy
up
your
what you
tinder
streamed.
box and bring it back anytime.
Thank you.
Chartadarvi, I'm probably saying your name wrong. I'm so sorry about that. Welcome in, welcome in. Stream was well, no levels passed. Oh, what were you doing? Oh, here, in fact, let me pull it up. Let me take a look real quick at what you were doing. If the thing will, if my thing will cooperate. Oh, more Sonic. Oh, more Sonic Unleashed. Oh, gotcha. Oh, dear. Oh, no levels passed? That's unfortunate. Well, I hope you had fun at least. But welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for the raid. If you are tired after the last stream and after streaming, obviously, Fumi, feel free to take off, take a rest, or just lurk, get something to eat, hit up a red light district. I don't know these things. I don't know what people do late at night. We did have fun despite it. Good. Glad to hear it. Okay, so I've got the tinderbox. So this is King's Quest VI. Like I was saying, it's just a old school point and click adventure sort of based around different fairy tales. And right now, we're about to travel to the Isle of the Beast. I think the Isle of the Beast. Or is it the Isle of the Mountain? Isle of Sunning. Hit up the red light district. I don't know what you are. I don't know what I am either. I don't know. Things just come out of my mouth at night. I don't know what I'm ever saying. Isn't that what people do at night? I don't know what people do at night. I'll be going to the red light district after stream. Oh, God. Yeah, so... Sorry for the red light comment. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, Silas Gurley. I'm losing my mind.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Okay, let's take the magic map. And let's go to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain, where we've got to get past the copyright protection now.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
So that's the thing. Being an older game, chat, instead of having copyright protection like DRM, there would be questions that you'd have to answer from the manual. So King's Quest VI lets you play through like a third of the game before it'll lock you with copyright protection. He pulled out his map, just my map. Nothing abnormal, nothing to see here. Well, I guess it is kind of like a Blazing Saddles, let me just whip this out moment. No, I won't, unless, oh dear. So I'm at the, now I'm at the Cliffs of Logic, and this is partially the copyright protection. So I've got my manual ready to go, or at least the manual I downloaded, because mine is boxed up somewhere. He's jorking. I am not. I am doing no such thing, Kimmy. In fact, in Blazing Saddles, that's where the sheriff pulls out a proclamation that he's been made sheriff. Oh, Megs, I see you've been lurking, waiting for your moment. Okay, so there's the next thing. And I gotta be very careful because I better save. Since this is a Sierra game, the rule of thumb is save early, save often, because there are cheap deaths throughout. So there's the next message.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
All right, time for the manual. A master of language is will... Oh, gosh. Let me see if I can find this. Let me see if I can find this in the map. Where's the map? I mean, in the book. Okay, the catacombs. Okay. Logic Cliffs. To a note... Please note, to avoid piracy, a diagram of the age alphabet showing it to Copper Pit is not allowed. The Ancient One's alphabet. Oh, darn it. Master of Languages. Let me do a search on this. Master. Oh, darn it. Wrong keyboard. Here, I gotta switch my thing back and forth. I hate this part. I hate this part, chat. Master. Well, I guess that's not going to... Okay. Oh, no, that's trying to help me find something else. Okay, let me find down this page, because I don't know where it would be. Master? A master of languages will soar. Okay. So, soar with the okay. S is going to be the dog. The color pink and marble. Okay, the dog is... All right, which one's the dog? Oh my gosh. Okay, this is not fair, chat. This is not fair. What page is this in the book? The Ancient Ones. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, the dog doesn't even look like a dog. Sore, I think. Yes, it is sore. And so the dog is... I think that's the dog. Was that the dog? Sorry, chat. This is the annoying part of the game. Copy protection is never fun. Okay, it's that. S. Then O is going to be a dolphin, which is apparently supposed to be this. That does not look like a dolphin to me. Then A is going to be this little box thing, which is the Harmony, the cat, and the color sienna. And R is going to be... Oh, wait, I screwed this up. I screwed this up. No, I didn't. Well, I kind of did.
Nothing happened.
All right, let's try it again. I got him out of order. Sorry. S. O. A.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
Completely and totally first try. Okay, let me save again, chat. Since bad things are apt to happen. I hate that you gotta do this step by step here too. Because if I don't do it step by step, chat, I will fall to my doom. It's so annoying. So annoying. All right. All right, so there's the next one. Parkour, is that something you have to do in what is parkour a game?
Alexander
Oh, darn it, I gotta look at the manual again. Okay. This is the Cliffs of Logic type part. Okay, ancient ones. Logic cliffs, logic cliffs, logic. Okay. 4 men standing in a row. Third from the left and down you go. Third from the left, it would be that one, down you go. The rest in order move you on. Youngest, oldest, second son. So, youngest, oldest, second son.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
No, it's just jumping off from places. Ah, gotcha. Okay, sorry. And flip to be fancy. Oh no, he does like a Looney Tunes thing where he takes a step off and then waves. Never beating the boomer allegations. Oh dear. I'm not a boomer. Oh, I'm not a boomer, chat. If you're new to the channel, not a boomer. Hey, wait a second. My darn it, my webcam disconnected. All right. Hold on, chat. I gotta fix. My model is, you can see my mouth is moving, but my head isn't. Yeah, my camera went wacky. Just give me a minute. I gotta fix this thing. Which one is it? Which one is it? It's not that. It's one of these up here. This one? No, that's a mouse. Is it this one? Could be. Nope, that was my ring light. Okay, maybe it's this one. Okay, chat. Chat, no, can y'all hear me? Okay, I am... Yeah, there we go. Okay, we should be back except for my model. I don't know what the hell just happened, but my PC just decided to reboot itself when I was touching a USB, so I don't know... God, I hope something's not going on. Here, just a moment. We've almost got the model back. Yes, okay. There he is. He's moving. He's grooving. Okay. There's the ring light. I've been having some weird power issues all night, too, because my ring light kept, like, dimming and stuff. So maybe I do have something wrong. Okay. Can hear but not see. Yes. Okay, it should be fixed now. Everyone cool? Everything's cool. Let me just open back up my stream stuff in here, though. My Google thing is all closed. Restore pages. Sure, you can do that for me. That'd be awesome. All right, that's not that bad. Okay, there we are. Live streaming. Everything looks like it's fine. Jennifer, can hear and see. Welcome in, Jennifer. Welcome in. Yeah, okay, there we are. Okay, it's 1 o'clock. We'll finish going up the Cliffs of Logic, and then we will continue. And then we'll probably wrap it up for the night anyway. Let me just make sure that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wondering... I got to check some stuff. I wonder with my PC if something is off. Gosh, I hope I'm not having problems with my streaming PC, because it is... weird that I was just touching USBs and everything died on me. But the other day, my power cord popped out of this thing, so maybe it's not fully in. That's not a good thing. All right, let's finish up the game. Let's finish up the game for the night, shall we? Here we go. I will have to reopen the... Let me get my history up and open... Okay, we know you're about to fall. Let me get the book up again. Get both of the book, get the manual up again. Just a moment, chat. Is that the right one? Yes, there we are. All right, I'll have to go through the pages probably, but that's okay. All right. Okay, we're cool. And up the next step. That's weird, though. I don't know what's going on. But thank you, everyone who has been watching tonight. Really appreciate it, as always. Tomorrow night again, I know I mentioned this just a little while ago, but we'll be doing Jill of the Jungle, Floppy Disk Friday, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Okay, and...
Alexander examine.
Okay, Sacred Hour, or Sacred 4. Okay, let me pull this up in the manual chat. That's the wrong tab. And so was that. We noticed you're an ad blocker. Yeah, you're right. I do have an ad blocker on. Come on. Seriously? Okay, history. I got the wrong King's Quest manual open. It opened up the dog instead of the full thing. Okay, there we go. Logic clips. Continue site. Yes. Okay, edit, find on page, because I'm not going to go through all this. Find Sacred 4. R? Oh, darn it. Okay, no, it's not going to let me do that. The Ancient Ones. Master of Languages can't extend. Okay, the lowest of them being... ranked the Sacred 4, the Emotion Tranquility. Okay, there we go. At the top of the scale were the Sacred 4, the Emotion Tranquility. Okay, so the Emotion Tranquility, let me get to that alphabet page again. The Emotion Tranquility is going to be, if you fall, do you gotta start over? If I fall, yeah. If I haven't saved my game, I die. So, yeah. Okay, he can reload if he falls, yeah. Which I don't really want to do. Okay, it's that one first, the little castle thingy. Then next of the Sacred 4 is the color Azure. So the color Azure is... I know I saw it earlier, too. Pink, silver, is it O? Okay, it's the O. It's the little face for the dolphin again. And next of the Sacred 4 is the caterpillar, and then air. Okay, so caterpillar and air. The cat, albatross, dove, the whale, the mouse, grasshopper, unicorn. Okay, I see which one the air is. So I could come back to that. The parrot, the owl, the cricket, the swan, the warthog, the cow, the lion, the horse, the monkey, the serpent, the tortoise. Oh, come on. The dog, the jackal. The caterpillar is... Okay, it's going to be this thingy. And then the last one was air, which is... Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
The
this
stone
thing.
beneath
Boom!
Alexander's feet
Got
trembles as more
Boom,
steps
boom, boom.
emerge from the granite cliffs.
Ah, welcome in, Flash Viewer. Welcome in. Thank you for how's it going? It's going pretty well. We did have a bit of a scare. The stream died on me when my computer decided to reboot itself for no reason other than me changing some USB devices. But other than that, we're good. I thought you were playing Lester the Unlikely at first. I have never played that. I've heard of it, and I've seen... I want to say I saw part of it on an Angry Video Game Nerd, but that's it. No, we are playing King's Quest VI. Air today, gone tomorrow. The pony... I don't know if they had the pony. Did I say the pony? It might have been. You're up late. Welcome in. Yeah, sounds what. Yeah, well, luckily the stream didn't fully time out on me, so everything's cool. Because that sucks. Because YouTube, you know, it'll time out a stream if you go offline for too long, and then you have to create a brand new stream, which is annoying. I saw it later on AVG, and did you? Okay, yeah, I've never played Lester the Unlikely. I've heard the name, and I know I've seen the cartridge at some point. All right. And the last one is going to be Ascend, chat. I know that much. I know the last puzzle is Ascend. Because it said right in the thingy on that.
Alexander examines the strange etching.
A-S-C-E-N-D.
The stone beneath Alexander's
Whammy!
feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
All right, and we'll get up here, we'll gather what we can, and then I'm going to save the game right before it puts us into the maze, the catacombs, which I do remember just barely. And I know I'm going to need a map for it too, because ain't no way I'm going to try to map it out myself. Although I think I did when I was a little Madamus. Oh boy, it's that dude again, because the yellow eyes.
Alexander finds himself finally at the top of the cliffs. Exhausted, he steps over the lip of the
we'll
plateau
get a death
and
scene here.
stands.
Why do you make such an effort to climb the cliffs, young man? The winged ones who live on this island have the power of flight. You could have it too, if you'd only eat a berry from this magical flying nightshade bush.
Oh, nightshade! Well, we know what that is. Whee! Like Peter Pan, but creepy.
See? The sweet berries will make you float like a
I found this game on a file share at a college in the
some.
90s. I could only solve three puzzles at the time, no manual. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, the 3 puzzles you could do. It's the alphabet ones that are the problem. Yep, I could see it. Yep.
Come, stranger, trust me. Think of what I'm offering you.
Okay, well, fine. Here, let me save my game and let me get a death scene. Let's save the game and get a cool death scene. Well, maybe not a cool death scene.
All right. I'll try some of your berries.
Sure, I'll do it. Because I'm a sucker. Don't do it. I know, I saved my game, though.
Eat quickly, dear boy, and I'll show you the way to the Lord and Lady of this isle.
What?
Slightly bitter, pretty one.
Bum. Yep. Deadly nightshade.
Tickets.
Note to chat, never eat nightshade.
Next.
It is poisonous.
And then there's some land I have for sale in the death bogs of Tamir.
Nice. Okay. What's
There's
this?
a jagged cave opening at the pinnacle of the mountain.
Can I go this way?
Young man, you offend me. I try to help you and you insist on being rude.
Well, sorry, a sucker for love. Yeah, oh, that was fun. We still gotta do the sequel to that.
Then, stay tied to the ground like a
We
load
still
of
gotta do the
lead.
sequel to Sucker for
See
Love.
If I care. You.
He's like an Elder Scrolls character. Yeah.
Oh,
the way he keeps staring at you, yeah.
Just disappeared
Too,
in a cloud of
that's...
smoke. Perhaps those berries are even more powerful than she led Alexander to believe.
Ooh, bum.
Look, an intruder. Hold! How did you get up here, human?
I climbed the cliffs.
That is not possible. No one has solved the cliffs of logic in several centuries.
I did.
And if the cliffs were to be solved, it would certainly not be by a human.
I didn't mean to trespass. I only wanted to visit this beautiful island.
No visitors have been welcome on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain in years. Not since the Red and White Queens had spies in the guise of friendly visitors steal our island's sacred golden fleece. But we will not display such
so they've got
foolish
the
trust
golden
again.
fleece.
You will have to answer to Lord Azure and Lady Ariel.
That's interesting to know,
what
chat.
will be done with you. I can assure you, it will not be pleasant.
They've got the golden fleece. Okay, so we need something from here to give them back, to get the golden fleece. Okay.
With what trickery did you master the cliffs of logic and reach the city of the winged ones?
I read the book.
Only the magic of clear thought, my lord.
No, I read the book.
I meant no harm.
The cliffs of logic. It is the sacred oracle's prophecy, Azure.
The prophecy that someone should read
Ariel.
the book?
It is lucky for you, human, that climbing the cliffs of logic is part of a prophecy that I cannot ignore.
Ah. Okay.
We have just been ordered by Wazir al-Hazred himself to dispose of any strangers that might land on our fair isle. But the prophecy would have a different fate befall you.
The prophecy predicts that whosoever climbs the cliffs of logic will defeat
There's a small
the Minotaur.
cave by the nightshade bush.
The Minotaur has
there?
violated our sacred
Okay.
catacombs and eats our young in sacrifice. Our own daughter, Lady Celeste, was taken there only this morning as his most recently demanded offering.
Well, I'll take a look at that, David.
Whom shall I
Thanks for
obey
pointing
in
it out, but
regards
try to
your
keep
fate?
backseating to a
The oracle
minimum.
or the crown?
I do
But
want to
since
try to work
Al-Hazred
through it
did not
myself
dictate
until I
how
ask
I was to
chat for help.
dispose of intruders,
But I'll take a look
and
at
since
that.
you cannot possibly survive the catacombs, your imprisonment there should serve both purposes quite admirably.
I
No,
will
you're
not
good.
resist you
It's
in
okay.
this, my lord.
I've
I shall
done
do
the same
my best
thing.
to save your daughter.
I've done the
First, I
same
must
thing
tell
in
you
plenty
that
of
the
streams.
catacombs are a labyrinth of rooms, a place of exceeding danger. You will need many tools and clear
Thankfully,
wits to
most of the
survive
streams now that I watch, I
am
never
ready.
played any of the games. So,
Very well.
so
My
it doesn't
guards
happen.
will take you there now. You seem courageous enough, but the catacombs will determine
Shoot.
how brave you really are.
No, I'm not ready. He said he was already ready, but I wasn't ready. Oh, come on. I was gonna go back to the cave. Oh yeah. Okay. Wait, no.
Why did you tell Lord Azure you were ready and willing to face the catacombs? No one is ever ready, and only a fool could be willing.
And you are far wiser, I suppose, to leave a maiden to die? To not fight this plague on your own people?
Bravery and suicide are two different things, human.
I'm not sure you even have
your choice soon enough.
you even
when
have
lay
everything for this
trembling
just
under
yet.
the
Yeah, I don't
Minotaur's
think I do,
hooves.
Silas
We
Gurley.
shall see.
I'm
Thanks
gonna
for the escort.
I'm gonna
We
load
only
my
escort
saved
you
game.
to your death. May the fates make it quick so that you do not have to scream long.
I'm going to load my save game real quick. All right, come on. All right, here we go. Restore. Let me restore my last save game. Let me just go back down.
There's nothing to... There's no...
All right then. Stay tied to the ground like a...
Okay, there.
How odd. The old woman just disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Perhaps those bearings...
Oh no, I don't want to go down anymore. Ah.
Alexander climbs carefully down the long face of the logic cliffs.
Oops. All right, here, I gotta go back up. Can I skip this? Can I... Oh, okay, there we go. All right, let's go back up now. Because I do want to check that. I've got the tinder box.
Alexander arrives at the top of the cliffs, somewhat winded after his long but uneventful climb.
Okay, cliff fast travel, yeah. Let me see. Let's save it again. There we go. Save early, save often.
Alexander crawls through the small opening in the rock. Alexander finds himself in a dark cave.
Well, let's undo that darkness, shall we?
It feels
Oh, well, I know it's what it is.
Alexander doesn't need... Alexander...
There we go.
On the wall opposite the cliffs is the vague outline of another opening in the rock.
Okay.
Alexander crawls through the opening in the rock. The lighting in this part of the cave is better. Alexander extinguishes the candle's flame and places it back in his pack.
Okay.
A plant grows on the grassy ledge.
Okay, peppermint. Got it.
Smells like peppermint. Alexander takes a few leaves from the plant. As he does so, a strong smell of peppermint is released. Ah.
Okay,
a
and what's
natural
this?
window-like opening in the rock provides a view to the outside world. A peppermint plant grows on the window's ledge.
Okay, well, I've got the peppermint then. Which we know that genie guy likes, because he likes the mints.
Alexander crawls back into the first room of the cave.
Okay.
Alexander can't see a thing.
Well, you could probably see that. He could see the exit.
Alexander crawls back.
Okay. So I'm thinking, before I go in there, chat, I keep thinking, what do I need? I keep thinking about that thing with the arrow. I feel like I'm missing something. I've got light. I want to go back to, chat, I want to go back to the Isle of,
There's nothing.
I want to go back to the Isle of the Beast real quick. Do you have a map? Oh, of that, of the, whatever, the catacombs? I'll have to download one.
Face of the logic cliffs.
I'll have to download one later. Alright, what time is it? 1:25? Alright. I keep thinking about that, the Island
Alexander
of the
climbs
Beast.
Carefully down the
so you don't have to make your own. Yeah, I'm
cliffs.
gonna download one. Do you mean lamp? Oh, the lamp. Yeah, I had the tinder box, because that's what I used to light my way in there. All right, I'm gonna.
Alexander.
Yeah, I've got the tinderbox.
Magic map.
All right, let's take a look. Yeah, I did mean lamp, but map worked too. Yeah. Okay, let me go back to that Isle of the Beast.
Alexander feels a strange
Excuse my terrible typos. Hey, no, it happens to all of us. It's no big deal. No big deal, Silas Gurley. We're going to wrap this up in a minute, too. I just keep thinking I'm missing. You might have all you need. I keep trying to remember. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I haven't gotten past this thing yet. I remember, okay, well, that I've gotten past, obviously. Let me just double check. I keep thinking I needed like a shield or something to get past the arrow dude. Yeah, it must be a shield because I don't have anything to get past him unless the brick.
Throwing the brick at the stone archer might scratch his marble, but it won't stop the archer's vigilant watch over the path.
Okay. I do wonder if you can cool it down even more if he's going to just have to deal with that heat. I think he has to just keep dealing with it, unfortunately. If I remember right, it just...
The stone
okay. Reason I was asking, because the labyrinth could benefit from either... Yeah, no, it could. Little dance as he goes across. Yeah, it is great. Okay, let me go back and see if Jalo's at the...
Alexander pulls up.
In the bookshop. Let me go back to the bookshop real
Alexander
quick.
Feels a...
And if Jalo's there, just see what he has to say. Because I keep thinking I need to do that real quick. First and foremost. Give Jalo the ribbon. Yeah, I've still got that feather, too. Which I think is probably for writing a note. No,
Hello.
Jalo's not there.
I will be right up.
That's fine. I don't really care, because Jalo's not there.
What can I do for you?
Okay. I'm going to assume, chat, that we've got enough for the labyrinth. At least that's what we're going to try to do next time, is we're going to try to do the labyrinth. So I am going to save right here, and we're going to go ahead and head back into the library and wrap things up and do a raid. Did I beat this game before? I did, Judd, but it was when I was a little Madamus, so I don't remember but just the most basic parts. I remember a lot less about it than I did King's Quest V, because King's Quest V I had played a few years ago with the NES version, trying that version out, which is, I'll do that on stream someday. The NES version is, it's a lot uglier. Okay, but that is King's Quest VI, chat. We will pick this up next week, next Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yes, I do remember that, David. I remember there being two different ways to get, it's the same ending, but I remember there being two different ways, one with magic and one with not so magic. But yeah, I don't know which one we'll go with. We'll just see which one plays out naturally. I can't wait, gonna head to bed. Hope you have a good one. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Silas Gurley. Have a good sleep. Yeah, I will try to. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, David. Thank you, Judd. Omegs. Jessica. Who all we got? Lucky Luck. Flash Viewer. Thank you, Fumi, for the raid. Everyone else who stopped by tonight. I lost half my chat when this thing went. Twin Opinion. Yeah, I lost half of my chat from earlier, unfortunately, when the computer wigged out. But that's okay. We're going to do a raid, though. So don't go away just yet. We are going to do a raid. Thank you, though, everyone who's tuned in. Thank you, lurkers and VOD watchers. Lurk gang, best gang, VOD watch gang, best gang. Let's see who's on, chat. Don't go away. Let's see who's on. We're going to do a raid. Okay, customization. Boom. Redirect. Boom. Who's on? What nerd is up? Okay, Man and Merope's on. I haven't been to her in a while. Miyu Akamiya, Mona Monet, I don't know who. Sayu's Synchronicity's on. Man, we got a lot of choices. Hey, this was fun. VTube suggested Love King's Quest 6. Hey, thank you for stopping by. I hope we see you again. I'll be playing this game again next Thursday. I do Thursdays with my point-and-clicks graphic adventures and whatnot. Darcy Ruse, Choco Ichigo, Ryan, Nori is on. Yukot Nashi. Man, all the nerds are on tonight, chat. Chaki Katsumi, Pio, that's a big, that one's a big one. Let's raid into, we haven't raided into, Manon, Merope in a while. I pronounce her name wrong. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but we are going to, raid into her. She's playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, so we're going to raid into a... Actually, you know what? I want to raid into someone new. Just a sec. Hey, good night, Flash Viewer. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Actually, I do want to raid into someone new or someone who I haven't raided to in a while. Just a second. Who is... Let me see who this person is, how many viewers they've got, because I try to not go too much above my pay grade. But let's see, Sayu. I've heard the name before. Sayu Synchronicity. Let's see how many viewers she's got real quick, because I try to be a little careful. Sayu Synchronicity. How many viewers she got at the moment? 165. Oh, and she's something Twitch only, so that wouldn't work for us. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go with what I said originally. We're going to do Manon Merope, who's playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. That'll work. That'll work. Let me get a raid message up. Raid message, chat, is going to be, since we haven't been here in a while. Okay, we're playing King's Quest. All right, there we go. A very royal back library raid. There. Boom. Okay, we're playing King's Quest. Raid message is going to be a very royal back library raid. So, yeah. I already said tomorrow night we're streaming at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so it is 2 hours early. Hope to see you all there. That being said, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.